going to Acumatica.com/offers. Acumatica, building the future of business together.
Holy shit! Let's get ready to have a good time, have fun, party, and go fucking wild!
Now, if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time!
Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. It's time to celebrate the moment. I feel it in my soul. It's written in my bones so deeply. I wanna lose control. So turn it up a little more and laugh along with me. The show is about to begin. Series 103. Yeah, so get ready. Yeah, I'm so ready. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Sing it like, hey, are you ready? Jim and Sam are here. Feel it like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. So if you feel it like I do, you gotta sing it with me too. Like, hey, everybody, Jim and Sam are here. Yuck.
Thanks for joining us. For those of you that have, you're listening to the Jim Norton and Sam Roberts program.
How would they hear it if they haven't joined us?
That's a great point. Yeah.
It's literally 100% of the people. Thank you for
For
joining.
those of you that have. Yeah,
I mean, that's everyone.
But if anyone who hasn't, I don't appreciate it whatsoever.
That's true. And it also does, like, if people don't think about it, it does add an air of exclusivity.
Yes, we got thanked, and they
Right.
didn't.
They didn't. How would they know? What?
I almost was late today. Traffic in the city in the summer is usually pretty quiet. Like the July, I love being in New York in July and August because it's empty.
It smells
everyone
like
goes
piss.
away. It really smells like piss. I was walking to the train today, and there's a block. It was the smell, you know, that garbage juice smell in the
Yeah.
the garbage juice that goes by the curb in the street.
Yeah.
and it's got like a milky white color to it. Mm-hmm. That smell, the entire area smelled like it. And then the subway had like a tremendously long wait, so I had to get out and hop into an Uber. But whatever, it's just a lot more traffic than I'm used to in the summer.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Well,
Daddy doesn't like it.
no, who does, right? Traffic. It can go suck an egg as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't need to go there with it.
I know. I don't want to start the
I know
morning
it's the
on
end
such
of
a
a
negative.
grueling work week.
No, it's not.
Weekend.
No, it isn't.
Weekend's here.
I told you. That's not good.
They're happy for us.
I don't think so.
They are.
I don't think so. I think they think that we take way too many days off. And the only reason I think that is because I hear it on social media all the time.
Yeah, but they also complain if we take one day and then there's a company holiday and then we have day. They're like, you taking a whole week off? It's
Wow.
like one day.
No, but they're probably, from their perspective, what are they, counting the calendar? Well, that's a government holiday. It's 3 days that they don't listen to their favorite show. They're
Well,
in
that's
the
true.
right.
But just because they're not doing what they should do, which is saying that's a government holiday, that's what they should be doing.
They should be doing that.
And if they don't doing, they will rue the day.
Right. No, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
I take more days when I'm on the road. Like when I'm touring, I just it's the nature of it. You're
But-
traveling, you know.
People don't realize they get the joy of seeing you in the flesh.
Yes, they do.
You know?
Yeah.
People don't understand that.
Well, they'll appreciate us when we're dead. That's what my mother used to always say.
That's morbid.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'll miss me when I'm dead.
She didn't say that to you.
Yeah, she was kidding.
Well, I mean, I guess. It's just a
Go
lie.
bye-bye in the box.
She didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, that's how she referred to
Why
that.
was she talking about death?
Someday we're going to go bye-bye in the box.
No wonder you
Yeah.
think about death all the time. No wonder you're like 55, which is literally middle age, and going like, yup, almost done with this thing called life.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You got a long road ahead of you.
Yeah, let's hope.
I mean,
Let's hope. My road's not as long as it once was. But then again, no one's is.
No one's is.
Then again,
The babies.
I remember
babies have long
my
roads.
friend Jason, who was
Voorhees?
killed in high school, 17 or 15 at that
Drowned?
point.
Camp?
No, not that. Oh, Voorhees, you said. Oh, I didn't catch it. You said Voorhees.
Summer?
Wasn't a very good swimmer. No, he was crossing Route 130 on his bicycle and he got hit. And he's the first friend I remember, first person I think I know who died, especially that was in my peer group. And then you look at that and you're like, well, you're not guaranteed a fucking thing. You're not guaranteed your 50s or your 40s.
No.
You know, he never fucking...
Yeah, that's right. You're not guaranteed any of it, so you might as well spend as much time as possible thinking about when it's going to end.
That's my point.
Right.
Obsess over it.
That's right.
Ruin every live moment thinking about going bye-bye in the box.
Right.
Now you understand.
This is good right now, but keep in mind, I'll be dead at some point.
Yeah. I love to tell Nikki that. It upsets her.
Oh, really? What do you tell her?
I'm like, what would you do if you just one morning tapped me and I didn't move and I was cold?
You don't say that.
I do.
No! Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't care for that.
Well, that's a vibe wrecker. That's not. It's not. There's
Sure.
no good.
Yeah.
That's not good energy. To have.
No, I know. We both lose our erections.
Sure. That's the worst.
Let me answer this guy's question on Norman. I want to talk to Norman because it's a fair question.
Norm.
Hi, Norman.
Yeah, hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Hey, Jim, I literally just finished. The timing was perfect. The gender reveal party right before I listened to, or right before your show came on. Excellent.
Thank you.
Awesome album. I can't wait to show it to my parents. And of course, you had to get into blowing people at a young age. I was like, damn it, I don't know how this is gonna go over. But no, I just had a question. Like, since it's 2024, why you're just doing an album like it's like the 90s or something?
I'll tell you why. Honestly, why I did it was because there's some COVID stuff in it. And I also, I have so much other material I'm doing that I want to shoot, and I just didn't get it together to shoot it. There's really no reason for it, but a lot of it would have felt dated as a special because there was some COVID stuff in there, and I was not doing the UFO stuff as much anymore, and I'm like, I don't want to forget this stuff because a lot of stuff when you're gearing up for a shoot, you put aside and you wind up never doing. So I just wanted to get this stuff documented and out there because otherwise I was just going to kind of forget it and let it go by the wayside. But that's pretty much why. I want to shoot something, I think in September. The material I'm doing now I'm really fucking happy with. So I think I'm going to shoot in like September.
Nice. Well, congrats
you.
on the album, dude. It really is awesome. Made me like die laughing a lot. And I don't usually laugh at a lot of comedy specials these days. Last quick little side
Thank
note
you, Norman.
is that last quick side note is that I Googled your name because I was like, oh man, I'd love to go see this guy live in Michigan. And Jim Gaffigan came up as the top result.
Oh yeah, understandable. I mean, Norton. If you Google Jim Norton, Gaffigan does come up first, and then I'm also under him. They say when he's sold out, if you want to see a pig, and then my picture comes up.
Google actually, when you Google Jim Norton, it says under it. Did you mean Jim Gaffigan?
Yeah, you must have meant Jim Gaffigan, or see anybody, Jim Jeffries, Jim Jones, any other funnier Jim. Yeah, Gaffigan. By the way, Gaffigan. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Norman.
bud.
What a great comic he is.
Yep.
What a fucking
amazing.
great comic. Again, guys that are clean and are killers. There's a lot of clean comedians, but guys like that, or Tom Papa, Sebastian. It's amazing what they've done. Just being,
Sebastian Manning,
yeah,
yeah.
and Ryan Hamilton, really funny.
Yeah. Brian
guys.
Regan.
Regan, of course,
Yeah.
Regan, yeah. But Regan's like a fucking
Legend.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, he's still doing 3,000 seat theaters. Amazing career.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
It's awesome. And you see those guys and it's not confusing as to why.
No, not at all. You understand why.
All that's it's sometimes there's something very satisfying about seeing when you go, yeah, that success is totally deserved.
Yeah. You don't begrudge. No one begrudge. I mean, I don't care. Even when comedians, I don't. Like a lot of comics gave the shit to this Matt Rife, and like I've seen moments.
Yeah. That's what I thought. the letter on this thing is up for any certain here. Whereas,
So I remember they comedians I don't like. A lot of comics gave the shit to this Matt Rife, and like I've seen moments and clips of him. I've never watched his act, but I'm like, what do you guys care for?
he's so pretty.
But who cares? What the fuck are you guys mad at him for? Like, I don't understand. Comics sometimes act like there's only 9 fucking spots available, and Matt got one, so there's 8. There's an endless amount of specials you can put up.
There's a lot of performances like that. Like sometimes that happens in wrestling too, where people think that there's, well, that person in that spot, they took my spot.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't your spot if they got it.
That's right.
It
And
was
in
their
wrestling,
spot, and there's more spots.
they probably have even more of a point in wrestling, though, because you have a roster and there's X amount on a TV show. But like with YouTube, you can just put your own special. Like, there's no excuse for a comic to say that.
Yeah, if you were deserving of that, you can get it. Like, sure, other people get opportunities. Maybe they get this opportunity before you did. Maybe this. But now, you can do it.
100%. Schultz changed the game for everybody. He really did. He was the one that was putting all of those. He should get the credit for it, too. He was putting all those fucking Instagram clips leading up to the special. Remember, he was going for 1 million followers leading up to the special. And there was probably guys doing YouTube before, but he really pushed it to the level where everybody wanted to do it because it worked.
And he, was one of the very early ones to study YouTube.
Yeah.
Not go, okay, YouTube's just going to be a place where my comedy gets collected. He's like, okay, how do people consume stuff on YouTube?
Yep.
How does the algorithm respond to it? What kind of movement should be in the clip? When should I start it? It's a science.
It really is, yeah. And I'm sure he has somebody who works for him who does it, like, at this point.
Yeah, there's probably a team of people at this point.
But I've never figured it out, obviously, and I want to hire someone to do some social media stuff because that's the shit that I don't get. Like the creative, I'm fine with.
Sure.
But that's the stuff I suck at.
Just getting it out there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not an issue of creating it; it's an issue of how do you get it in front of eyeballs now, nowadays.
Like I love just going on. Like last night I did my hour. I love just going on and fucking knowing I have these 2 new things I want to try and just talking through them.
Yeah.
They're half bombing. They're half killing. Who cares? Like I just love that fucking that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Like when it starts to work and it starts to feel good, that's the fun part for me.
Yeah, I don't think
not
there's-
algorithms.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with hiring people that are really good at that part.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason to think that you should have every skill set imaginable.
We have an issue.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Scott in Illinois.
Yeah, I was just saying, I love Justification Jimmy anytime you guys take off because he always comes into the show. It's guaranteed he's going to be like, guys, it was only one day. I know we were gone for 2 weeks, but for real, 3 actual days. I mean, dude, you take off 150 days a year without any vacation.
Well, I get
and you work 12 hours a week.
I do, but I also work at night. But I get a good amount of vacation.
No,
days.
I know that.
And
But
also,
yeah, how much vacation do you guys really have?
We have
You guys
weeks of
taken
vacation.
A lot. All this year.
We have a lot, yeah. But again, Sirius wants to. There's certain things like when you should be getting X amount of money or raises, and they go, well, yeah, but we'll give you this instead. It's how they navigate contracts too.
Nobody who has a job is confused about taking vacation.
Of
time.
course.
Like most people.
Yeah, no, it's clear. It's clear. You guys are like, all right, we're taking every fucking vacation.
100%.
Fuck these guys.
But we get more now. Honestly, I get more through this contract
just feel
than I
like
did before.
It's just accepting. When somebody gives you something, it's polite to accept it. The last thing, waste not, want not. And if somebody offers you many vacation days, you should accept that. Otherwise, because I wouldn't want Sirius to think it's rude.
I also remember on Opie and Anthony, we a lot of times would not take all of our vacation days. You remember, towards the end of the year, we would take but we would a lot of times have days left over, or no, you guys have days. We just didn't take a lot of days at times.
Because that was the old terrestrial radio way of thinking, where if you took a day, you were going to risk your placement in the ratings thing. And so older school radio guys had it built in. You got to be on the air. You got to be on the air. Whereas at Sirius, because you're not a ratings driven spot, you don't have that pressure.
Well, even on satellite we would do that with XM.
That's what I mean, but it was just that it was baked in.
Oh yeah. There was no reason for it. We just were like, yeah, we'll take it. We won't take it. We don't. And then we would.
Tell
at the
them
end,
that you feel bad about it, Jimmy, because every time, like Sam's like, yeah, fuck you guys, we're taking off.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
You can tell it does. It's like you're the rich guy that's like, no, I swear I was poor at one time. I swear, guys, I swear.
All right, thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
But yeah, we do get a decent amount of days. We try to structure them around company holidays or other things because then you get more days
To extend.
more bang for your buck. Who doesn't want to do that?
Dude, the funniest thing.
Thanks,
and
come on, stop.
It had nothing. Actually, this one had absolutely nothing to do with you.
Oh.
Which shouldn't come as a shock to anyone. But
That's going to leave a mark.
oh God.
Hey, Jordan.
But yeah, one of the messier things when it came to the details of Sirius and XM merging was the vacation day situation. Like you said, when Opie and Anthony was at XM, it was like, the show would take off when the show took off.
Yep.
The staff took off when the show took off. And when the show was on, the staff was here. It was just the way it was. Like, nobody was so hard-nosed. But when we got to Sirius, all the bosses were in the building. There was a lot of justification going on. So they said, like, no, you only have a certain amount of vacation days, and if you don't take them, and we're going to be documenting just because, the show has this many vacation days, but you have much less vacation days. You have to be here, blah, blah, blah. And what they didn't realize was they were trying to make it so that the staff had to stay longer. And Sirius did not have rollover vacation time.
No, which was why we take them.
XM had rollover vacation time. And XM had never documented any vacation days for any of the staff because it wasn't such a formal thing.
Yeah.
So when the bosses came in and were like, nope, we're going to be documenting all of your days. You have to only take the days that are on there. That's when the staff will go, okay, well, how many days do I have? And because of the situation, that first year, you'd have guys going in there like, oh, what's the O? You have 40 days of vacation built up.
Wow.
You have like years.
I remember that.
You have like 2-3 years of vacation built up.
Right.
You have to use it.
And then you go, and you said that there's no rollover time, right? And they're like, well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you said to use the days, right? We could only use the days that we had, right? And so, if I have to be here when the show's off, that also means I can use my vacation time independently, right? And that's why you ended up with scenarios like Steve C taking off every Monday for the foreseeable future, old E-Rock, giving himself long weekends. And
Eric took like December off.
Yeah, he took the whole month off for himself because it was like, okay,
Hey, you got the days.
Okay, if you want to go to the letter on this thing, it should be a rough year.
They should have let people roll them over and then they pay you on them at the end. It's the right thing to do, but they didn't. So.
Or just like be chill about it and go like, okay, you know what? We'll just keep it normal. If they had just said, okay, if the show's off, you're off. If the show's here, you're here. Nobody would have even been checking.
Just be cool, Daddy.
Just be cool, Daddy.
Yeah.
If they were just cool, nobody would have even been checking. But the minute that they checked to try to make sure that we got less, they realized we had more. And we were like, wait, we're checking, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a funny time.
Yeah. Sirius has not been dicks about it. I'll say that. And they're not dicks about content either. They don't fuck with
They're
us about what we
great.
talk about. Like, there's really no headaches here as far as that's concerned.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun gig.
It's a very fun gig.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, there's some things I would change, but
Oh, I know.
If you like it so much, stop taking so many days off, guys.
no,
Jeez.
I'll be
But it makes me
taking off.
appreciate it more when I come back. Like, I hate when I go away doing a gig. Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
The
I
money.
do love the people that
You
think
hate that money.
Oh.
there are people who think like you're just taking days off.
That's
Like,
not how life
They were
works.
negotiated.
I've seen people reply when we're off, being like, and they think they're gonna get renewed next year. Like you guys are
There's
just
an
two rebels, just not coming into work.
I mean,
It's an agreed upon number of days.
the
by all
stupidity of
parties.
people. Yeah, to think that I would just go, you know what? I know I'm only allowed this many, but I'm taking this many, and you're going to renew me.
I'm taking more.
Yeah.
They are so lazy. All right, then I bet you don't take your vacation.
We negotiated it because seriously, the belt's tightening a little bit. All right, well, what are you going to do?
2.5 years ago, there was an agreed upon set of standards.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
We don't make it up as we go along. There's a contract.
There would be objections to that. I love it.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's go to Eric.
I want to know how much do you get paid if you don't take them. Hey, Eric.
Eric in Colorado.
Hey guys, so I've been with my company 27 years. I get 4 to 5 weeks vacation every year, and I currently have 47 weeks stockpiled, just simply because I don't take vacation. I take random days off.
Sure.
I'll just tell my boss, hey, I'm going to take a 3-day weekend, or I'm going to take a mental health day, which he gets a chuckle out of. And here the other day, my boss just looked at me and she's like, "You have 47 weeks built up." I'm like, "Oh, cool. I'll just take the rest of the year off." And she's like, "No." She's like, "You can take a maximum of 3 weeks between now and the end of the year. At the end of the year, I'm just going to, write you a check for the remainder."
Oh, so you're going to get paid, first of all.
You're going to get paid out?
You guys catch
but
it?
The thing is
Hold on, Eric.
Well,
my boss, and then she.
oh, I'm sorry.
Something weird about that.
Yeah. What kind of
my
boss?
is a.
Ew.
I have 2 different bosses.
All right.
I have a dispatcher, and then I have a company HR boss that is a woman.
I mean,
but
I think you guys
What'd
might
you say?
Better check the math on
you
those
guys might
days.
want to check the food chain here at Sirius XM too.
No, I was going to say that I hope a man isn't ruining this and in charge. I'm happy for you. That you have a boss. Don't misread it.
I misunderstood. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So wait, you're going to get paid full on your things?
Yes, I'm going to get paid for it. But here's another part of this. My grandfather worked for U.S. Steel when they did a big closure back in the 80s.
Bigger than U.S. Steel.
That's what I was thinking too.
He had the day they came to him and said, "Hey, we're laying everybody off, and if you have X amount of days or whatnot, you're still going to get paid for it and all that." He had 7 months of vacation time and sick time and everything else built up, and all these other guys only got paid for like a few weeks of severance. And he basically got paid for almost a year.
7 months of a check coming in. That's great.
That's awesome when you get Thank you, Eric. I mean, the only risk, and U.S. Steel probably not, but the only risk is like if there's some kind of merger or layoff situation where they just go, everybody gets 3 months severance and that's it. But when you do lose stuff, there are people who lose stuff.
When you merge, don't they still have to take care of you? It's like, I don't think they can do, like when XM and Sirius merged, they have to honor the prior contract when you merge.
Yes, but if there are like overall layoffs and it's employees, it's not like contracts.
Yeah, we don't have contracts.
Right. It's employees don't have like year-to-year contracts, and they can say, we're doing a round of layoffs and across the board, everyone's just getting 3 months severance and that's it. And it just is what it is.
They can do that even if the agreement it's not a breach, even though you don't have
There's
a
no
written
contract.
Agreement. I don't have an agreement.
But
like the rules, that happens all the time.
I'm an employee.
That happens.
If
an
position gets
individual
eliminated, they can just lay me off.
If an individual gets laid off because it's like that thing, then they stick to the thing. But if they're doing like a group, like we're laying off all these people, and tons of companies do this. They go, and here's the package everybody just gets this package, and the whole thing's out, 100%.
But here's my question: if they owe it to you, because the agreement is you get 5 weeks a year, or say you 4 weeks a year. It's not a contract as in we're contracted, but that is a verbal contract. If you work here, you get 4 weeks a year vacation.
Yeah, but now I don't work here.
No, but meaning you built it up, and they have to pay you on it, because if you get fired, let's say they lay people off, and you've worked 4 days that week already, and your check is supposed to come Friday, they still have to pay you for the 4 days you've worked because they owe it to you.
But I don't get paid for time off that I don't keep.
But if the arrangement was that you're supposed to, I'm walking through it because I've never heard that before. I would think that there is a contract there, even if it's not a contract like I have. Even if you're just an employee, I would think that if they owe you something, they still have to pay you unless they're bankrupt.
What do they owe me?
The vacation days, because the understanding is that if you don't,
those are just accrued over time, and if I don't use them at the end of the year, it's not like I get paid for them then. So
you don't? Okay, I'm saying if a person gets paid for them.
No. Oh, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
talking
I
about
mean.
Here
But here's
specifically,
different.
No.
Yeah.
But there is also, I mean, many stories of people who have built up certain amounts of severance, but because it happened in a round of layoffs as opposed to just like a singular one, instead of getting credit for 10 years, everybody just gets the same severance.
I mean, that's when you
happens
wait
all the
credit
time.
for 10 years. Do you mean
Like if you accrue 10 years worth of severance,
Like
but
there's some
everybody,
companies that, like
everybody's like, this is the package, this
Take
is the
your
layoff
time
package,
into
and
account.
we're done.
But does the layoff package, and there's somebody who's been laid off might know this, does the layoff package have anything to do with what they already physically owe you?
It could or it doesn't. Oh,
Like meaning if a company,
every company's different.
If Eric's company in Colorado laid him off, but they do pay when they vacation days, they would probably have to pay him because they owe it to him. They like
some do, some don't.
I would assume they would pay the unused accrued days.
yeah, only
I
if
would
they
assume.
owe it to you. Yeah, like
But
not like they want to. Like you guys, they don't have to because you don't get the money.
Yeah. Every company's different.
Yeah. But are they allowed to
Some
do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. You don't have a contract with them.
But they can't not pay you at the end of the week if you work for the week. Like if you go to work and they go, "You're fired. We're not going to pay you for this week. You just worked." They can't do that.
Well, of course not.
But even if you don't have a contract, so
I don't understand what you're
Could they probably could?
no. But meaning if they owe you money, like if you don't take, say Eric's company pays for vacation days not taken, which I think companies should, and he's owed 4 weeks worth of vacation. They owe him that money because he didn't take it.
Unless it's in the terms and conditions that you don't read when you sign, like.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Look up the terms and conditions.
I'm absolutely not doing that.
I don't know how it works.
I mean, I've never read the things that I have to sign every year.
I know.
Like, hey, here's the new company handbook.
You can bet. I don't read that
But
stuff, but I read the contract, every word of it.
Oh yeah, the contract, of course.
Every word.
That's a different thing.
If I had
Yeah.
a contract,
That's a different. Yeah, but if they go like we're laying off 30% of the company, they're not going employee by employee. They're going here's the package everybody gets, done.
Right. But if you're owed for the package, but if you're owed money, does that not count
Well,
as
it's not
part of the
owed.
package? But if
No,
if
usually
Eric's
not.
company, it would be. If Eric got like
I'm not
laid
talking
off,
about Eric. I'm talking about companies that there are many cases of companies that go like regardless of how much severance is built up, this is how much everybody's getting.
I'm not talking
happens
about
all the time.
we're talking about different. I think we're talking about different things. If somebody owes you for vacation,
Well, there's no okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're in the weeds on this thing.
no,
It
but
doesn't matter
there
at all.
is an if you get paid for vacation and you don't, if you go for 2
I
years,
don't know what we're even.
just curiosity, and you're saying that we don't. You're saying that no, they don't have this. It's a package and they don't pay you. But I'm like, what if they owe you that money? Don't they have to give it to you?
Rich in Connecticut. Rich.
Hey guys, Rich.
Yeah.
Hey, so I've liquidated a few different companies before, and it is a state-by-state decision on if you get your accrued labor. And
Right.
what typically happens is you have to give WARN notice, which is a 60-day period that people are notified that if it's 50 or more employees in a location, that you have to give that notice to people or they're entitled to at least 60 days. In some states, they're also entitled to their accrued wages from days that they had for vacation days. So it's state by state.
Okay.
And a lot of times, businesses will try to get you to sign a severance package to cut out some of that stuff and just save money. Honestly.
Okay.
So
That's what I'm curious about.
That's kind of how it works.
Yeah, because I feel like if they decide to lay you off, how can they not pay you what they owe you? But unless they go bankrupt, like if you're bankrupt, you lose your stock. Your stock becomes worthless.
I mean, they can do whatever they want.
Well, actually, so if it does go bankrupt, the owners of the business can be personally held liable for those wages, which is why that they'll often file like a Chapter 7 bankruptcy to take money. It happens when you're a lender and stuff. They'll just deal with collateral, which is essentially any money that's coming in to pay
Okay.
those wages.
All right, thank you. State by state.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm worried about I've been accruing Dunkin' Donuts points, and I'm worried about them losing their value. Sometimes they do that with my royalty points. They go like, yeah, they just accrue, and then all of a sudden one day they go, yeah, but they expire after 3 weeks, and you're like, they didn't used to expire. I got 30,000 Dunkin' Donut points.
Let's place an order.
On my points?
Yeah, let's use them.
No, because I've got a plan. I'm considering. I haven't decided yet, but I'm considering taking all my accrued points and treating myself to a year of free Dunkin'.
I like that.
Yeah.
There's a there's a thing that they're doing now for gigs where it's called, like, Willie Nelson has this On the Road Again charity, where at certain venues performers are getting extra money and extra gas cards. It's a way of because a lot of guys do gigs and they wind up, they get no money at the end of it because you split it between the crew and you have very little money. It's for like gas and tolls and stuff like that. So there's a nice little thing where they were giving you half of it in cash and half of it in gas cards. This is very recently. They're still doing this. And they stopped doing the gas cards because they said half the tour buses can't fit into the gas stations that were offering it. So
Right, they got all these like cards of things that are
Shell gas,
yeah.
And they just couldn't use it, so that now it's just cash, and they're only doing it for a limited time. But I have a few of these Shell gas cards because these gigs were doing it.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't know if they're gonna run out now. But they're for $250 each. I mean, they're like it's like
That's
really
real
fucking
money.
it's real money. It's like it's not bullshit. Wait, no, I think it's $750. It's $750 each worth of gas, yeah, which I could use, and I keep forgetting to bring them on the road with me.
Right.
And I see fucking Shell stations everywhere. I'm like, you dumb fucking, I'm paying for gas.
Put them in your wallet.
I know.
Put them in your car.
That's what I should do. Yeah, I just keep fucking.
I'll hang on to them for you.
I keep forgetting. No, because then you'll use them. But no, I don't know if they expire or not. I'm gonna one day go in there and have to realize.
Eventually they will. Lots of gift cards used to expire a lot. There's like billions. There were articles like last year about how billions of dollars in just unused gift cards are just lying out there because
half of them are mine.
Yeah,
I mean, believe it or not,
there's a Wendy's, Best Buy, all these gift cards that people don't use, and eventually they expire.
That's probably why they sell gift cards like that, because they know most of these won't be used.
100%, my hoarding kicks in.
Yeah.
And I go like, well, if I accrue enough of these, I should be able to live like a king at some point for free.
Yeah.
And it never, it just ends up in a drawer, and then you call the number on the back, and it's like, yeah, there's 50 cents left on this card.
Dude, I still have a dinner card for this restaurant chain, I think it was Morton's or whatever it was, that I got from doing the Chelsea Handler show.
Yeah.
I still have that, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this?
At some point, I'll live like a king. Yeah, this Dunkin' Donuts thing,
I mean, that's insane.
The chart, it goes when you're looking at how many points you've accrued, it ends the top of the thermometer or whatever that breaks is 900 points.
Mm-hmm.
When you're over 900 points, that's huge. I'm at 32,813 points.
Wow.
Yeah, I never use them.
I use them all the time.
So how many points you got?
Right now I have 159.
32,800.
And I spent 1,000 last weekend.
Yeah.
I did accrue a bunch.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What can you get with points? How do they work? Because points always fuck you.
I know it's 500 for a cold brew of any size. And I'll buy myself a large cold brew.
So I could get.
All right.
Okay, so I'm already good for a year of cold brews.
You're good.
I mean, yeah.
But you never use them.
But I never use them. So that's so I get 64 cold brews at this
All right, hang on,
point.
you have 13,000 points?
No. I have 32,800 points.
32,000.
They're eventually going to not, like Marlboro Miles, they're eventually going to go away.
I know, that's
You
what I'm
gotta
worried
use them.
about.
Yeah, use
That's
them.
what I'm worried about.
You get 65 cold brews.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I
Either
used to
that
have
or I'll
so many Marlboro Miles.
You did? Me too.
Oh my god.
I mean, you know what? I had I had a little Tupperware, and it was full of Pepsi points. They do it all summer.
Yeah.
The Pepsi points that you'd cut out, and I'd ask other people for their Pepsi points, but they'd expire at the end of that summer, and I would just never send them in.
Yeah, they just have them, just hoarded them and kept them and have them for no reason. Yeah.
Maybe I'll get the Jet. I thought maybe I'll get enough to get the Jet.
You should spend them. I mean, I know I like to have a lot too, but there's never going to be a day. It's like anything you can buy with points, you can afford.
I can afford
It's
it.
Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm literally paying $4
It's nice to
for
not
it
spend $5 on a cold brew.
No,
for
but-
a year.
For a year.
What I mean is, though, but the idea of saving them forever until they expire is just crazy.
That's just Sam's mental illness. It's the
Yeah.
same reason why, you look at his phone and he's probably got 10,000 unread emails. He's got some.
I have 18,000 unread.
Right.
He likes to feel like he's got more life to live, more to find.
He's got some illness where he just collects gift cards, he collects points.
Yeah.
I have 1,247 unread texts.
Yeah, you've got problems.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
Right?
1,247 unread texts.
It is a hoarding of some sort. It is an OC. Is it someday I'll look at sometimes what is the underlying thing that makes any person do that? Is it hey, someday I have this hasn't been done yet, so there's more to do, more to live for? I don't know what that is.
I would love to know, because it's not I don't even like the unread texts are generally the ones that I don't value, which would probably be a bummer to some of the people in
Sure.
there. A lot of the people.
Sure.
But those are, it's not like I go like, ooh, I can't wait to open that one. I go, yep, that's going in the pile. I read the preview. I see the preview and I go, well, that conversation's over. And that's it.
Yeah.
Or I go, there's a group text. And some group texts I respond to, and other group texts I go, you guys got this.
Yeah.
And it just continues. Those group texts are a lot of those where I
Sure.
go, like, I'm not going to be participating in this group text. Like, to the point where I get an alert, this person sent this in this group text. Like, why am I don't want to be involved in this.
Do you know what you should use? Like, what stuff I like to use? Like, I have Amex points or airline miles. Like, sometimes they fuck you and they want way too much for a ticket, but other times you can get a reasonable. You can fly first for X amount of miles.
Is it
It's
reasonable?
Meaning, it's not like they're not like asking you for 200,000 points for a ticket to fucking Iowa. Like they're asking you for a fair amount of points for tickets, but you can fly first. You can upgrade to first. Like there's a lot of shit you can do.
But like there is a mental illness to continue. There's a cold brew right next to you right now. I see it.
Paid $4.
There's an illness to going onto the app
And I thought to myself, I'm boosted. I'm getting extra points on this.
and choosing to pay instead of choosing to push use points.
And they go like this, would you like to use your points? I go, no, thank you.
It is just there's no additional steps.
It's a fear.
And they go, well, if you order this, you're going to need to re-up. You're going to need to put more money on the app. I go, that sounds like a deal.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd be delighted to.
50 it is.
Yeah, there's no need to save them because it's not like you're saving. Again, like if an airline ticket, you could be fucking saving yourself $1,500 on a ticket.
Right.
But for cold brews, donuts, little trinket things.
Yeah, like you can't. There's nothing left to save for. You can't buy a Dunkin' Donuts.
You don't think that? Oh, maybe you can. Excuse me, miss. I have 700,000 Dunkin' Donuts points.
I hope.
I'd love this franchise.
I hope his account gets hacked.
Or
he
I
loses his
forget my password. It
Oh.
could happen
And they're
easily.
just gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Start from
Like
scratch.
someone's Bitcoin wallet.
Yeah.
You just lose
Yeah.
30,000.
Is it bad if you
Dunkin'
lose
points.
your seed words? I put mine up on my website.
The Seed Word Club. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sure. And I don't love using the Amex points, but I did like we had to go to Tampa for literally one night
For your watch.
Right. So that's when I did that. I was like, I'll get a really nice hotel room on Amex points.
Yep.
I'll do that.
Sure.
And so that trip, that made sense to me. But now I want to rebuild so you can have a nice experience as opposed to, like my wife will go like, well, what if we used Amex points to buy gift cards for Christmas? And I'm like, $50 gift card. I got no more Amex points. Not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it's not worth.
It's not worth it.
points.
Because we can afford the $50.
Right, and is like
I'd rather build-
3,000 points or whatever really worth?
I'd rather build the
$50,
points and and get something like a nice experience that you're like, oh, this didn't hit the bottom line.
I want to fly. One thing I really want to do
That's what she said.
is
This didn't hit the bottom line.
I think I want to fly. She said that when I took her up to the roof.
I wish I was a bird so I can fly far, far away.
Yeah, I fucking Danny Aiello her in fucking Fort Apache, the Bronx, for anyone over 50. I want to fly Emirates first class or whichever, like one of those which has like the fucking suites in first class, but they're way too expensive.
What if you had 35,000 Dunkin' reward points?
But you might be able to. There are times where you can fly these with like, if it's the right dates and you know someone who knows how to do it, where you can buy like a regular ticket and upgrade, and you could probably do it for $2,000 or not an amazing. These are $20,000. I can't do that, but you might be able to fucking spend a couple grand and like just go crazy and all your points. That's what I want to do with them.
Yeah,
I want to go,
yeah.
but I won't go to the Middle East. I can't go with Nikki to the Middle East, but I want to go like I think you can fly Emirates to Milan, which would be. I would like to do that.
Unless they just offer some kind of round trip thing where you'd never leave the airport. You just ride the plane.
It would almost be worth it to do, except but she still have to go back through security.
Oh, yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
What do you smuggle in dress?
Yeah, once they go for the pat down, you're like, we're screwed.
Yeah, those fucking chasers pretending they don't know. Come put this in my hiney. Yeah,
So,
so
Sam, that's what you got to do. You got to hope that like JetBlue buys Dunkin', and then they're like, we are going to convert all of your Dunkin' points into JetBlue points.
Yeah, I'd be in the. I'd be a flying colonel. They're like, I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. Yes, it is. I had many points.
Yeah, I got to start using my. I got to start using my points.
Yeah.
But I haven't found anything to use them. I used to use them, like if I was going to fly someone in to come see me, it would be like 20,000 airline miles.
Perfect use of
that
points.
was the greatest use. You kind of come in, you
Right.
take a tinkle, you go back.
Right. It doesn't cost me any extra money, and I'm using the fun points for fun.
For fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun.
But
fun
again,
thing.
it's. I was talking to a travel agent recently, and she's like, "Well, I don't really deal with the points." I'm like, "Well, that's not helpful." What do you mean you don't do points?
Yeah, the travel agents are smart. There are travel agents who like you pay the travel agent, and the travel agent, and maybe they all work this way, and the travel agent books the flight, but the travel agents use their business Amex, so they're accruing points as you're accruing points as well because you're paying the travel agent. But they're also like travel agents make like just crazy amounts of points because they're booking everyone's
Great
travel
point.
through
Yeah.
their system. You pay the travel agent, they pay for the stuff, and so they end up getting your money and also making points on all those purchases.
Do they make more points because they're buying from the airline?
Probably they have some kind of
Deal.
yeah, I think so.
I mean, they get you discounts and stuff. and
100%. It's
good
worth it for everybody.
They're good
Yeah.
at finding what they need to find. But I want to, my friend, I think Modi told us he has a travel agent that fucking, and Modi, I believe.
Yes.
Like when Modi said, I'm not going to say why I know, but I just, but I'm going to talk to Modi because, by the way, him and his husband Leo, I just saw, they put up an Instagram of their first week on Fire Island. It might have been Leo who put it up. And it's just all shirtless guys who are in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
And all I'm thinking of is how uncomfortable I would be being shirtless in that situation.
Yeah, when I go out to Fire Island, I mean, it's kind of like Cape Cod in the sense that not everything is P-Town.
Yeah.
Like, there are also, like, kind of more, I don't want to say, like, trash sections of Fire Island,
Sure.
but more like, maybe rugged economic sections
Yeah.
of Fire Island. They're still amazing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's, so and it looks vastly different
Yeah.
from those
Sure.
areas. Like, I was out on Fire Island with the family while we were on break. I only spent a day there. I didn't stay overnight, but yeah, it didn't look exactly like this.
See, this is like Leo's thing. There's all guys who are in shape. I kind of look like Hot Dog. I would be so.
It was Hot Dog.
It was, yeah.
What, was that him? No. Was it? Oh, I would be so humiliated to be shirtless.
They're like, sorry, all we got is Speedos here.
I mean, all these guys are hunks, and I would just be sitting there with my fucking fat tits hanging out.
And you know, Modi, take your shirt off, Jim. What are you doing?
No one cares.
That's exactly.
But I would just be too embarrassed.
Why? Your torso is worse than your face, Jim. Take your shirt off.
Yeah. No one's looking.
Yeah, they are in
They're all in
great shape.
They're all
Yeah,
in
they're all
shape.
having a good time.
They're having
Having
a
a-
ball. Being I don't need to be in tip-top shape, but I just don't want to be a fucking disaster.
You would just be hiding your breasts.
That's all I'd be doing is a towel around me all the time. That kind of look like Mateo.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice hang though on the beach, like just to go
I'm
and
sure it's
fucking
a great
relax. I'm sure it's awesome. I've
Yeah.
never been to Fire. I do want to go to Fire Island. Maybe we'll go for like a weekend if there's a way. But they're all houses, right?
Yeah, but you can rent houses for the weekend.
Let's
But
all
it-
get a house.
Let's all have a house.
Troy?
Get a house.
Yeah.
Nice. Good ad.
No, yeah, but like, yeah. See, that's like a really nice area. The area that I was at is like most of the houses don't have air conditioning. It's like it's almost like camping. It's a house.
No AC.
No, it's like designed to just be on the beach all day. It's like this is just a place where you can sleep, and if it rains, there's a roof over your head.
Oh, that's awful.
Sleep in humidity.
Well, that's why I was like, we'll just go for the day. We're a family of 5.
That
We'll just
is
go. We'll
fucking
go for the
awful.
day. I don't mind driving us back at night. We'll go for the day.
Where'd you do? You park and take the ferry?
Yeah, it
How'd you like it?
was great.
It's nice,
It
right?
was awesome.
What
And
did
I far prefer like having a full. I don't mind like waking up early, driving out, having a full action-packed day, and then driving back home at night and sleeping in your own bed. That sounds fantastic to me.
Yeah. The only part I don't like is getting going in the morning. Like it's
It's a little different when you. Yeah, I mean, once you have kids and you're a
You
family
have 3
of 5.
children
Yes.
and a wife and a dog, and you can still get out faster than a guy who marries a transsexual. You can still get out of the house faster and with less nonsense than I can.
Walk the dog. Make sure this is packed. Oh, the baby's crying. We need to change the diapers. Still.
Like
early when the kid.
But I would.
And we're all.
You're always there though. Like
lesson is at 5:00. I want to pull up into the parking lot at 4:59. I don't want to be there at 4:45. She likes to get there early.
Sure.
She'll probably get. You know how I travel when I'm by myself. It's like.
Yeah. It's about drive there. No. Makeup has to be checked. So every time we fly to Norway, it's got to be a fucking country. A shit.
Yeah.
And she hates when I. Oh,
right.
It's not a schedule. We got to be. Many times. The statue will just. I couldn't be. He's a transsexual. You can still get out of the house faster and with less nonsense than I can.
Walk the dog. Make sure this is packed. Oh, the baby's crying. We need to change the diapers. Still.
Oh, my makeup's not right. Oh, it's a fucking.
You're saying
it's 3:00.
You're saying with a wife, 3 kids, and a dog.
And a dog who gets shit matted to his ass.
That's right.
And worms.
There's less complications
than I have. Oh, my makeup brush.
Yeah, no, we were at the door by 5 to 8.
I couldn't be out the door by 5 to 8 unless you meant PM and she started at 10 in the morning. It's just a fucking... There are times, though, when we're like, get ready, and I'll get her out of the house in a decent amount of time, and I'm like, nobody understands what I just did. Nobody will ever know the miracle of what I just pulled off.
I deserve a statue built in my honor.
Absolutely do.
I will never get credit for
The
this.
statue will just be me at the airport with my wife in a bulge in her skirt checking in, and it will be on time. It's fucking crazy how hard it is to get her out of the house. Like, just let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And she gets mad at me for rushing her. James, don't stress me. And I'm like, you're a fucking adult. We gotta go. There's people waiting. We gotta be on a plane.
You don't lie and give her like earlier times when you really have to be somewhere later.
That's a good move.
I have done that many times.
Okay, and that doesn't work.
Well, then we're just late for the. Then we're just
still
instead of being 40 minutes late in her mind, we're 20 minutes late.
All right. Well, doesn't work for everyone.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Have you had to try that trick?
I
or-
do it all the time.
You do?
Yeah.
Is
because
Lisa slow getting ready?
she sometimes time management gets away from her. So like, if we gotta leave somewhere at 5 o'clock, I'll tell her we gotta be ready at 4:30.
Yeah, there's times I'll do that.
She just takes my word for it.
And fucking, I'll look at Nikki. She's on Instagram, and I'm like, you got to shower, and she's like, I know. She's mad at me. I'm like, look, I'm not your fucking dad. I'm just telling you, we got to go.
Right.
It's not a schedule. We got to be somewhere.
Is your wife? This sounds like a nightmare, Jim. But Travis, is your wife? Does time management escape her, or is she pulling the old Sam Roberts, where it's like, we're good, we'll just wait till the last minute?
No. Time management.
Okay, so she really doesn't have a plan.
No, she has a plan. It just always takes longer than she thinks.
Gotcha.
I literally, and I won't just leave her and go to the airport, but there's been times where I'm like, I'll just meet you there, or I'll meet you downstairs.
Yeah.
And she hates when I do that. I'm like, I'm not waiting.
You're in the lobby.
To me, it's the only way. Like, it's not even being a dick. It's almost like someone who's taking their time or whatever. It's like, okay, great, feel free. I'll meet you there.
Right.
You do it. I'll meet you there. I don't want to stress about it. I don't want to think about
I'll
it.
meet you in LA. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't do that, but I certainly would, especially if I was going to Florida. But you know what I mean? It's like,
You get to the airport and you specifically fly somewhere else.
by the way,
Nice change.
Norway is such an advanced country. They have the most Teslas in the world per capita in Norway. They have the best jails in the world. Like, it's a really good country. These motherfuckers. Their airport, it's like something you would have checked into in 1956.
Really?
With the machines they have. She, every time we go through, and especially her with the makeup, everything has to be in plastic. They inspect every piece of her fucking makeup because they don't have the machines. And the guy goes, oh, you have too many creams, or too many whatever.
It's very judgmental.
So he was gonna make her either throw out all of her makeup.
What?
Or fucking recheck it. And there was a fucking 15-person deep line because, again, Norwegians are not the best with customer service. They're nice people. But because it's any no-tip culture, by the way, are shit customer
Interesting.
service. Because they just do it, and it's the job. Like, they don't do it because, hey, hopefully there'll be a... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tipped the fucking room service guy $10. He goes, I don't know if I can take that. I'm like, yeah, you can. I'm handing it to you.
Wow.
Now put your shirt back on. But I was trying to. But you know, they're not good with customer service, but they also don't expect tips. So they're very slow and they check you in. But the fucking makeup, what a nightmare this fucking country is to leave through. And the guy actually gave her a break. He threw out like 4 things and then let us through.
Yeah.
Small things. But he could have fucked us good. But anyway, now all of her fucking makeup has to be checked. So every time we fly to Norway, it's got to be a fucking wait an hour at the airport for the bag.
That's terrible.
Yeah. One time we were leaving a hotel, and this is why I never give these fucking idiots my bags, because they always fuck your bags up. Do we help you with your luggage? No, you can't. I got 2 fucking arms. I'll take my own bags. Is with this when we were staying in Montreal, we went to a hotel called the Quintessence, which was a delightful hotel.
Beautiful. It sounds beautiful.
It's lovely. There's a fireplace in every room. Just a lovely.
My goodness.
It's in the not Saint Sauveur. I forget what the name of the town.
La la.
She'll remember the town. She has a great memory. But they put all of her the knapsack with all of her makeup. They just put in some other person's fucking car.
No way.
You've never seen a panic. Like, any woman would panic.
Right, but
if she tucks and her makeup is gone, she really panics. She went fucking ballistic. And thank God they looked at security cameras and they figured out who did it. What car they put it in, the wrong trunk.
Oh my God.
And luckily, they contacted the people, and they lived probably 25 minutes from us. So I was able to drive there. They gave us their number, and they met me outside and gave me them. And it worked out. But you never trust people. Isn't that a great hotel?
It looks amazing.
Hotel Quintessence. We used to go there during the fucking in the pandemic. We would have these just to get out of Montreal. It's about 2 hours from Montreal.
Oh, and look at the scenic background around it, all the trees and everything.
And there's a beautiful like pool and a jacuzzi outside. But because it was during COVID, they would have this thing where you could only go out for a little while. Each couple could go for 20 minutes. They would section off who could go in the jacuzzi.
Oh, wow.
So you'd usually be by yourself. But it was really, really fucking nice, good food. We did a couple. I think we did at least one Christmas there, where you just you had your little Christmas dinner, nice fireplace. She used to love when people would come up and stoke the fire.
She liked that.
She liked it. Yeah, it was nice.
That's awesome.
Until they put your makeup in the wrong fucking car.
That's crazy.
Yeah, good hotel though.
Yeah. I think it. I don't know if it still drives my wife crazy. It used to, but I think she's just succumbed to it is what it is, as she does with a lot with me. But but yeah, I don't.
Mark of a great marriage.
Yeah. They just
like,
kind
well,
of whatever. It is what it is.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
He ain't budging. So, I hate leaving early at all. Like I don't need to be. I'm not trying to be late everywhere.
Sure.
But right on time.
Right.
No early. No minute to spare. If it's gonna take if the swim lesson is at 5:00, I want to pull up into the parking lot at 4:59. I don't want to be there at 4:45. She likes to get there early.
Sure.
She'll probably get. You know how I travel when I'm by myself. It's like
Hey, you're a crazy person.
no time gone. But that's not
No safety net.
None. I ride the lightning. But that's not poor time management. It's maybe time management that people wouldn't love. It probably would stress people out.
You're always there though. Like
But I'm always
you're not
there.
late. You're never late for work. You get in before I do normally. Like you're not.
Yeah.
Whatever. But you don't. Doesn't it panic you? Like especially at the airport, because there's always the weird things that can happen that you're not ready for. Some weird delay, a fucking TSA machine breaks, which I've had happen, and you're all stuck. Aren't you worried about that with a flight?
I'm not worried at all.
Wow.
Because I'm anticipating there is no better feeling in an airport than walking to your gate just as your group is being called. Whether it's an early group or a later group, doesn't matter. I
hate that.
But just as your group is being called, I love
So stressed.
walking through security to the gate, walking past the people that are waiting for their group to be called, and walking right on the plane. And I've done it many times where there's not one second to stop at the gate. Just go from the parking space into the thing, through security, to the gate, on the plane, and we're off. It feels so good.
See, here's why I don't like that. I used to do that. When I was touring with Dice, Kenny and Happy Face and I would fly together out of Newark to Vegas or wherever, and we would always get on the plane last. We would just sit there and relax and get on last because we really didn't have carry-on. We would check the bag, and I would have my little fanny pack, but I didn't. Maybe I had a small laptop bag, but whatever. But now that I have more carry-on, I want the overhead space. So I am fucking not only.
Does it ever fill up in first?
Oh yeah,
It does.
Of course it does. Sure. Or if you're in seat 1 or 2 and the first 4 rows fill up and then you have to go to the 5th, then you know in the plane lands you're gonna have to fucking bolt through everybody and fight for it. Especially if you're in the window seat and the fucking cocksucker that you're flying with. That takes the time. Tuck in the shirt, relax, watch other people, and I'm leaning over them. I literally.
Or the one that she's flying with.
Kind of, yeah.
You get it?
Yep.
Just being a little cheeky.
You're not wrong. I can't sue you for slander. But I would, I just will lean over people. Like, you mind if I just can't wait. But yeah, I like to get the overhead space. So I am not only am I early, I am standing by the fucking ropes.
Yeah.
Group 1. Like sometimes
Right after military.
Sometimes 20 minutes before boarding.
Oh, I could never.
I like
would
doing
hate
it.
that.
I'll even tell her though, because she thinks I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, just sit there, and you'll see me getting on. And if you don't, get on when you want.
Sorry.
I don't care. Yeah, I'm fine whenever you want to get on.
Yeah. No, I would completely hate that. I far prefer. Yeah, just wait. And there have been many times where I've been at the airport early. Now, if I'm traveling with my family, it's a different story. There's so many different variables, and there's other people, and the kids, like, you know what I mean? You got to make sure everybody's comfortable, and, you know, I would never want to be the obnoxious people who get on the plane late with a bunch of little kids, and now you're inconveniencing everybody.
Right.
Like, I'll go early when the kids are around because it's like, you know, people are going to have to just deal with their presence, you know? But if it's just me, forget it.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. You want to just make sure that I like to just get the overhead because I think of the landing and I don't want to have to run back. I've had to do that and I fucking hate it. You got to fight through a line of people.
I also sometimes like psychologically there's something going on. You ever get to the point where like you should be leaving, but like you're sitting in your house and the minutes are ticking by and you're just not calling the Uber.
Yeah, you know you're wasting time doing something. Yeah, I've had that. Sure.
Like I'm gonna go play this video game for a little bit, and it's like you're supposed to leave now. I'm not gonna leave right now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a control thing where you're like, I want to be in control, or maybe you just don't want to leave, and there's something.
It's something holding you back. Yeah. Or you just get like this because I'm a nervous flyer. It's the few things I can control when I get to the airport. When I I don't want the stress of flying on top of panicking about being late, another out of control thing. What's going to happen if I don't make my flight? Like, I just want to know that like what I can handle, I'm going to handle, and then everything else.
Yeah.
By the way, that turbulence we hit, which was so bad, like I can't stress enough how fucking, and I'm okay with it. Like it's a part of flying, but
it was like specific. It was wild.
It was extreme turbulence.
Yeah.
It was the type that you talk about. The only thing it could have been worse, it could have been longer. Like it wasn't like a 15-minute. Thank God it was, because I would have had a stroke. But for 10 seconds, it was rough. I want to know from pilots, if there's any listening. She's convinced that pilots were scared. Those pilots were scared. I'm like, no, they might have been again startled because you're just not expecting the drop.
Oh,
but they fly every day. It's what they do. They're not scared. They've hit rough turbulence before, lengthy turbulence.
And I'm sure you're trained to just always be looking for, be solutions based, not like panic based.
I watched a video. It was a simulation, but there was a little bit of real pilot audio, which made me go to this video. Flight with Denzel, where they fly upside down.
Oh yeah.
I believe that moment is based on an Alaska Air flight, which was it was a DC. I think a DC-10, whatever. No, not a DC-10. It was MD-80. And they had some kind of a problem where they lost control of the ability to pitch the plane up or down. So they plummeted from 25,000 feet down to 10,000 feet, and then they start plummeting. I mean, a horrifying death. And at one point, they're flying upside down over the. If you look up the Alaska flight, you can see them going upside down, and they said in the cockpit recorder the pilots were trying to fly it until the end, and the pilots going, they're trying to roll it back over, and he's like, well, look, at least we're flying now. At least we're flying. Like he knew at least we are flying and not plummeting. So now, and they wound up hitting the Pacific Ocean outside of L.A. and dying. I think this was in 2000 this happened, but it's fucking. I forget what was that? What were we just talking about?
Just the fact that they're not
pilots.
panicking.
Right, the pilots in that situation, I'm sure they were terrified.
Yeah.
But they are, even in that moment, they are solution-based. Like, it was just some screw in the thing that the maintenance hadn't been done on it, and it fucking it was just nothing they could do.
And I'm sure, like, that's that pilot mentality where if something is catastrophic, it's on them to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, this ain't getting, nobody else is behind me trying to fix this thing. Either we get us right.
Right.
Or we're not getting right. So it doesn't do us any good to panic. Right?
Yep.
I mean, I found it on here. The Alaska Airlines jet was flying upside down. It was in February of
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
Wow, it wasn't even that long ago.
There's a little bit of pilot audio. But that was on Instagram.
I love Instagram.
Yes.
Do you know what account?
Huh?
Do you know what account?
No, but I imagine it's online
Just
too.
because Instagram search is.
Instagram search is a little wacky.
Sure. Just the flight.
Yeah. I can't imagine being upside down like that and having to know either we get this on track or we're not getting on track.
With the passengers, man, to know, to
and you're
plummet.
a commercial pilot. You're not you're flying planes every day.
Yeah, and those guys I think are almost, and this is what I tried to tell her. These guys are all ex-military pilots, or 90% of them are ex-Air Force or Navy pilots.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Most airline pilots are ex-military pilots. Maybe I'm wrong on the percentage, but a lot of them are ex-military. Sure. I mean, that's who you'd hire, right? If you're a company, a guy who's flown. Yeah, that's the simulation of it.
But is the audio real?
I think this is it. Yeah.
There's a little audio of the actual pilot.
Yeah. Hang on. I gotta restart it.
Yep.
They're in the sky.
I mean, they are going pretty good. They're like 20-something thousand feet.
61, we are in a dive here. Alaska 261, say again, sir. Yeah, we're at 26,000 feet. We are in a vertical dive. Not a dive yet, but we've lost vertical control of our airplane. Alaska 261, Roger. We're at 23.7, request. Yeah, we got it back under control there. No, yeah. Alaska 261, say condition. 261, we're at 24,000 feet, kind of stabilized. We're blowing here, and we're going to do a little troubleshooting.
Yeah,
Can you give me
it's
a block
real.
between 20 and 25?
Oh, the block, right.
261, maintain block altitude by level 200 through by level 250. Alaska 261, we'll take that block. We'll be monitoring for you. Alaska 261, you over here with me? Yes, sir. Plane inverted, sir.
Plane's inverted, sir.
Hit the water.
Isn't that crazy?
Fuck.
Yeah, hit the water. He's down.
That's the actual, like, that's like
Jesus
obviously
Christ.
a computer simulation from all the flight data recorder. But isn't it crazy how calm? Like, he's scared.
You can hear in his voice, he's like, we're fucked.
He know we're stressed.
But-
We're in a vertical dive, but he's still not. I would be screaming, like, help!
I don't know if I've ever heard pilot audio of them like freaking out when something like this.
No,
happens.
never.
Like, they're always so calm.
Always, yeah, because they're not afraid of heights, and they actually want to try maneuvers, like. When they want to try and like they were talking about, like, I watched an hour thing on this because this video got me to something else where some pilot walked through everything that happened and how the maintenance records were changed. It was just a comedy of errors type shit, and he walked through why this screw failed and what happened. And they were talking about trying maneuvers. He said the pilots were fucking great. Like, they were communicating, they were listening to each other, they were smart guys. And the co-pilot, he's like, let's try it. The higher up we are, the more margin for error we have. So you're going to try something. Try it at 25,000 feet, not 10,000 feet. Whereas my instinct is get the fuck closer to the ground. But with these guys, they want more margin for error.
And I'm sure that it goes back to what you were saying before, just a very extreme version where these pilots are like, we're trained to control what we can control. And just like, and that's what we can do. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, and just focus on what we can control.
Yes, what's his name? Dennis in Flemington. Hi, Dennis.
What's up, Dennis?
Hey, guys. I'm a student pilot, and I just want to let you guys know that most of those commercial airline pilots are not ex-military.
Oh, they're not?
Just go to school.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have schools for it.
Oh, okay.
And as far as turbulence goes, absolutely, we are not afraid of turbulence. We are 100% on board with it. We love it. Actually.
It's funny, like, because again, the jolt of what we hit was one of those ones where you go into a giant, like, fluffy cumulus cloud, and you could just feel like this is like you're almost out of control for a few seconds, where you get lifted up and then plummet for a few seconds. But that doesn't make the pilots nervous at all.
No, absolutely not. And the other thing about, like, commercial airliners, they're on autopilot like 99% of the flight. Like, as soon as they take off, they're turning on the autopilot, and it takes it the whole way until they have to land, and then they land the plane manually.
Right, so the
So all
autopilot...
that turbulence, the autopilot is going through that turbulence and doing the adjustments.
And let me ask
Pilots
you,
are not actually controlling.
while they're on autopilot, are the soft drinks complimentary? Like, can they have complimentary soft drinks? I mean, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
To just put it on autopilot, no, you got Coca-Colas, whatever you want.
Got some fucking stewardess with big tits bringing you your food.
Bring me another Coca-Cola. You know what? And, and I'll bet, because they're the pilot, I'll bet they can ask for the whole can. Don't just pour it into a
They
cup.
could bring kegs on if they want.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's maybe I should be a pilot.
They but the idea I forgot about the autopilot. I guess the autopilot is, and I saw like like when you drop. Have you ever been in a plane that drops a little bit? It's fucking. You feel like
not
an
to
elevator.
An extreme that I remember, but I guess.
But I saw some pilot demonstrating. It's like what it looks like in the sky. It's like it's so minuscule. Like the movement feels like a lot, but it's so fucking almost imperceptible if you're watching a plane fly by.
Right, like if you were watching the plane, like if you were both in the sky looking through a window, you wouldn't even notice.
Like if you saw it, like if you could look up, even in extreme turbulence, you'd probably see a minor, teeny, but it's not like it feels.
Right.
I would love to be able to see a simulation of that. So let's get to it. Thank you.
A simulation of minor turbulence.
Thank you, Dennis. Oh, major turbulence.
Well, yeah, but it would be very minor. On
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying. What's it look like? No, but I've seen simulations of that. Pilots show you from the outside. This is what it looks like if you were on the outside looking and the plane hardly moves.
You love flight simulations.
Dude, I thank God I watched all those fucking videos, all those turbulence videos.
That's what you waste God's time with.
That's right. Because I knew, like, these never fall.
Right. Right. And I remember from Instagram, you handled it better than a lot of other people.
That fucking pilot, but that plummeting. But that was the elevator. They lost elevator control.
Right.
That screw just broke, and they heard something pop in the back. It was in the top back part of the tail, which is what controls how high up, and they could hear like a tuk tuk tuk, and it was because the whatever regulated this screw was broken. So they was fucking flapping, and they couldn't control it.
Fuck.
Oh man, was that rough?
That sucks.
Flying upside down. How bad that must have been. I mean, these poor passengers. There's nothing more. You just know you're dead.
Yeah, what? No, I don't know. I would think that there's some people that are like up until the last minute.
Oh, you're
there's
praying,
hope,
sure.
Right?
But I mean, the feeling, just that little weird fall we did, it's a horrible, and imagine feeling that for a minute. It takes
the worst.
A plane will fall. What is terminal velocity? Like, is it 1,200, whatever it is, but it still would take you 3 minutes to fall from 30,000 feet or 2 minutes to fall.
Oof.
It's a long way.
That sucks.
It sucks.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I don't know why we got off on this subject.
Plane crashes?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, Ryan in North Carolina. We'll wrap it up with this.
What's up, Ryan?
Hi, Ryan.
Hey, good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Terrible.
No, we're doing great because we were alive.
Yeah, I know, but we got flights coming up
next week.
Well, I'm about to make it a lot worse for Jim. I find myself doing the same thing going down the morbid road. If Jim, I remember you just saying like you would be in a real panic-stricken moment if you found yourself as a pilot freaking out, with your plane not under control.
Sure.
A couple of years ago, there was a private jet that crashed in San Diego under extreme IFR conditions, which is instrument flight rule conditions coming into San Diego. It had gone around a couple of times. It found itself in kind of a Kennedy situation where it didn't know it lost spatial separation.
Yep, sure.
And the cockpit recording is quite literally the worst thing I've ever heard. And I love listening to these things for studying these sort of things. But
he cut out.
He went down. He's gone down.
He hit
He's
a
gone
mountain.
down.
You dropped out, Ryan. You there?
Yeah, there.
Okay. You said it's the worst thing you've ever heard?
Yes, sir. Look up Learjet 35A crash audio.
But let me ask you a question. If it was probably foggy, and how do you lose spatial if you're actually following your instruments?
It's just the human instinct to follow what you think is right. If you're not a very well trained pilot, you're gonna want to go with your instincts. And
I'm gonna go with my gut on this one. That's
who
said that? Yeah, that's what Sandy said. She had a good instinct for the law.
Yeah, see, you're not going to find guys flying for fucking United probably who don't use their instruments in fog. You know what I mean?
I bet they use those instruments.
Fuck yeah, they do on those fucking stewardess force.
What are you talking about? You keep talking about the stewardesses.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan keeps cutting
you
off.
keep cutting out. Thank you, Ryan, very much. Yeah. That doesn't freak me out as much, though. I don't fly Learjets.
No.
I got to do a 737 MAX soon. Those pieces of shit.
I don't know anything about these planes.
Worst.
You don't like those?
No, the door flies off.
Oh, that's right.
By the way, another Alaska airline, their maintenance fucking must stink. That was an Alaska airline. One that the door, what do they call the door jam or the door, whatever?
The door jam. That's what it was. It was
door plug. Yeah. Flies off. Well, that was an Alaska airline one with the other maintenance issue.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah. On a
happier note.
I would say on a happier note.
Cancer.
Well, yeah, exactly. I do want to send a shout out. The Grindr app has been having a great season. Did you hear about this?
I did not.
Yes, that I didn't realize this, but according to reports, Grindr is in the middle of what the company calls their Super Bowl. Because if you look at the charts, for whatever reason, in Minnesota right now, it's Minnesota, right?
Gay, actually, yeah.
Milwaukee.
Is it Milwaukee?
Milwaukee.
Was it Milwaukee? Is that where the RNC is?
I'm almost positive. Yeah.
Travis, check your app.
I'm in New York.
Well, wherever the RNC is, could be Milwaukee. I thought it was Minnesota, but it could be Milwaukee for sure. Grindr activity, Milwaukee. Grindr activity has gone through the roof.
It's crazy.
Like there's like charts. There's charts that shows the activity in Milwaukee, and it's like nothing, 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 and then boom, red lines just like breaking through the ceiling.
Yeah, all the gay haters fucking just can't stop putting dicks in their mouth.
You don't think it's just a coincidence?
No, I don't. Is that George Santos talking about it? He's an ex-lawmaker.
Look at that chart. This is what's happening. Guess when the convention starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, it's a remarkable thing. There's literally data that shows you.
Yeah.
Mathematic data that shows you what's going on.
There's a video of them scrolling at the RNC, scrolling Grindr, and just showing like these names popping up. Yeah.
Swiping. Although, what did
Santos? Yeah.
What did George Santos? Was he invited to the RNC?
No, I don't.
No.
He's probably watching from home.
Yeah.
No,
Probably.
it was between him and Amber Rose.
Amber Rose got the invite. Huh?
How conservatives were mad about that because she's did porn, but was she good when she spoke?
I don't know. I think they were like concentrating on the forehead tattoo
And the slut walk.
But I mean, man, everybody finds that grift, huh? She's got her Trump song that she just came out with.
But hey, if you put people like that to speak, you should show that you don't just appeal to the same people.
Right, we got forehead tattoo people.
Yes,
that love
we
us.
got rappers, we got people who did porn. Like, we're a party for all people. Like, why would that be a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
That's
He's just showing how
at
many
the convention.
He's at the convention, and there's that many people available in a very short geographic range. So
No.
This video.
Her Trump's granddaughter was very good. Don Jr.'s 17-year-old, like she plays golf. She's his daughter.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good speech. You know.
Yeah,
It was what it was. But he did good. You know, it was relatable guy. He got his points across. It was what you think it should have been. I
Okay.
think. What did George Santos say? Come out of the, what does that say?
I'm sure closet.
Closet boys. Okay.
So, Grindr executives are calling the RNC convention the Grindr Super Bowl. Folks, look, I'm openly gay.
No
qualms about it. Proud conservative Republican. I met my husband on Grindr, and we've been together for 6 years, going on 7.
Shout out to
Married
love.
for almost 3. Let me tell you something. Just come out the closet, boys. Come on. It's fun. You can be gay and conservative. But look, Grindr's already outing you anyway based on the hits. And guess who's in town? It's all you conservatives. Bye.
I like him.
Gotcha.
I wish he didn't want money to do podcasts. We tried to get him on our podcast. He wants money.
Well, what else is he doing?
Hey, he needs money.
Yeah, but you got to promote what you're doing too.
He's not doing anything.
No,
That's
he's
what
on
he's doing.
OnlyFans.
No way.
Yeah, he started on OnlyFans.
Jordan's like,
Right.
for research purposes, can
what's
you
the
give
link?
me the
Jordan's like,
URL?
I am so surprised.
I'm guessing they said he's just like giving updates. It's probably nothing.
I don't think it's anything.
But it's like that you're charging people for them. I'd still be happy to interview you for it.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't expect to get paid and then plug your shit.
He probably can.
I guess, but I don't see him on any podcasts.
No, he's just doing paid stuff. You know, I think he's fine with that.
Yeah.
Do you know how much he wanted?
Yeah, I won't. I'll write it down. I won't say it just because it was communicated to me. And again, it was a.
I'm gonna guess 4 figures.
No.
Really?
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, I see what you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no way am I doing that for what? Like.
Yeah,
We don't even have that many ads. I mean, it's not worth it.
Return on investment wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I mean.
ROI.
But it was just like right now, you promoting things on podcasts is what you want to do. You want to promote your stuff. If you're just doing paid stuff, fine. But I don't see him on anything.
I get why that app is going wild right now, though. I mean, it's amazing how youthful a lot of the speakers at the Republican National Convention are. Because, like, this J.D. Vance, he's only 39 years old. And then, I mean, I don't know how old Matt Gaetz is, but what, 24? I mean, he doesn't have a wrinkle on his face. It's amazing. He looks so good. I mean, I don't know. He just graduated college as Matt Gaetz? I don't know. He's so...
Oh, no.
He's so youthful and attractive.
Oh, no.
He's so...
Wow. He's wearing... It looks like he's wearing a Halloween mask.
I mean, it's a Michael Myers mask. It's got a little flesh tone on it. Wow. He's so I mean, look at that.
What a bizarre thing to do.
No wrinkles.
Is that Botox or facelift?
No, it's Botox and filler. There's definitely filler going on, and it's Botox. And the reason I know it's Botox and filler is because 2 days ago, he was making an ass of himself on the floor of the convention, and he looked totally different.
Somebody told him not to be an asshole.
2 days ago, he was like yelling at somebody as they were doing a TV hit, and this guy came up behind him and was like, "Hey, shut up! Why just go back to the beginning?" But see, he doesn't have any of it here.
Get booed off the stage. Shut up, Gates. hey, don't be an asshole. Dude, I don't even know who you are. It doesn't fucking matter.
We got close.
Who's the guy talking to?
I don't know.
Oh.
Someone tell him not to be an asshole.
He goes, "Shut up, Gates." He's right in his face too.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole. Shut up.
Shut up, Gates.
Yeah, he looks really fucking bizarre.
See,
Oh
that's
my
literally,
God.
That's 1 day difference.
He looks good as a regular dude. He's a regular, good-looking guy. What the fuck's he doing?
He's gonna be the president, man. Look how youthful he is.
Oh my God.
He looks like a Kennedy up there.
Guys are delusional, or people are delusional with how that fucking looks. It looks stupid.
Well, what was great about the eyebrow arc is that it doesn't go down. It just stays.
And you know what you notice when you see people close up, when you see them smile, you can literally see what are almost look like packs in their cheek when it's done a certain way. You ever notice somebody's, like, the outline of what's underneath? It's like so fucking bizarre.
Yeah, I think they got Jennifer Aniston on a red carpet looking weird like that. Like she had weird, like it was puffy and weird spots.
Yeah, like, don't you need some time to let it?
Yeah, they tell you it takes like a couple weeks for it to set.
Right, to look even remotely natural.
What do you do it in the car on the way over?
It looks like it.
I gotta make a speech. Give me the fucking balloon my face quick.
He really thought, he figured, like, this is, because remember, like, Obama had that moment at the DNC, and it, like, nobody really knew who he was. And then he has this one speech, and everybody's like, "This guy's the future of our party. This guy, listen to him."
He looks terrible.
I think Gates probably was like, "Yeah, Gates was
Who's
probably."
this kid?
He was like, "Let me just inflate the filler out of my face. I mean, the wrinkles out of my face, and then paralyze it, and I'll be the youthful face of my party."
Just use good skin products. Lotion your face every day. Lotion. It's not going to guarantee, but it helps over years and years and years.
And maybe just age naturally and embrace it a little bit.
Especially if you're a man.
If you're a
I
man,
understand the pressure of a woman
Yeah.
to look a little more youthful.
Sure.
But like,
Yeah, but if you age naturally, then you end up looking like Rudy.
well,
I mean, Rudy didn't.
First of all, aging naturally and having hair dye dripping down your face is two different things.
But at least he looks like a spry young man when he enters a convention.
Yeah. He's just rolling up. This
my
is
favorite video.
You talking about the Rudy strut?
Yeah. Hey, here we are.
Is this my chair? Let me go ahead and... No, I was just sitting down. I fell off the chair.
I mean, he fell twice.
He fell
can't
twice.
get up.
Like that.
He fell
What a
twice.
fat penguin. That's hilarious.
Let's see. Where am I? Whoop. Okay, no, I'm good.
That is
I'm good.
That is so great.
And when he said, "What's wrong with these chairs?"
Oh, these chairs, they make you fall.
These chairs.
Not the sue.
Yeah.
The sue.
Yeah.
I don't even understand.
How is
Does Donald want me up in his box?
No.
No? Okay, I'll sure just find a. I
Boy,
just
is
fall
he in
into
trouble.
a chair here,
Rudy?
He's a drunk.
dude. Donald has a luxury box. You know, he's in one of the suites watching the whole convention.
Well, yeah, but Giuliani's his lawyer.
With his people.
Oh, that's right. He's been disbarred.
Yeah, that's the problem.
What a fucking moron.
Yeah, you still want me to be?
Shut up, Rudy.
You still want me to be your lawyer, Donald? Actually, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Is he disbarred in New York?
I don't know. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Now, I saw Butthead was trending. That wasn't related to Matt Gaetz at all, was it? I just saw on the side it said Butthead was trending. Because there's a TV character named Butthead.
No, that's got to be for something else.
I had seen it earlier, and I would imagine, is there's...
I'll just.
How old is Matt Gaetz? He's not that old. He's in his early and mid 40s, right?
Wait, why are his pictures? What did you search?
I searched butthead.
And what did you come up with?
It's a bunch of Matt Gaetz photos, which is weird because I didn't search Matt Gaetz.
He's 42. Matt Gaetz.
So he's probably at that stage. Where
you
it's
start,
like
you start to look. You see yourself on camera.
Right.
You see the photos. You're like, ooh, man, I'm looking kind of
Yeah,
old.
I get that because I'm 43, so I looked like that last year.
You're what?
43.
I
you're
think
fucking,
53.
There's
bro.
no fucking way he's 43.
I thought he was 53.
I'm just saying we're only a year apart.
Dead
like,
ass.
I looked like that.
I was like,
dead ass. You thought
if
he was...
you would have held a gun to my head and said, how old is Travis right now? I would have said 53.
You think we're the same age?
That's a good one. He nailed you right back, dude. He got you on that one.
Crazy.
That was a good one. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's probably, you know, at 42, that's when you realize, like, I'm not going to be the youngest to do this.
That's
I'm not
right.
going to be like, oh, look at this young guy who's
You're
doing
not the
that.
fucking new
you still
firebrand
look good
kid.
right there. Like
He looks fine there. Like,
I mean,
fine.
Yeah, but you also, he probably gets torn apart on social media. Of like, you're looking old, and it probably gets to him.
Oh, he should have gotten braces. Oh, shut up, Beavis.
do you know how many people tell me, hey, you've gotten fat, you're old? I don't give a like, of course.
Those are mirrors. Yeah, people don't say it to you as much as you say it about yourself.
No, but I mean, the reality is, online especially, there's always going to be unflattering moment, but that looks fucking horrendous.
It does.
It looks terrible.
It looks like he's in an accident.
Filler, I get why you do it but it makes a person look like an old person trying to look young.
Yes.
You don't look younger. You look like you're 60 trying to look 40 instead of 40 trying to look 20. You don't look 25.
You don't look 25.
He looks like Cat. What was her name?
Yeah. The Catwoman of New York.
Yeah.
Oh, Jessica Jocelyn Wildstein.
Yes.
It's the
That's what
eyebrows.
his eyebrows look
It's the eyebrows that do it. Yeah, because
Wow, he looks ludicrous.
Yeah.
No wrinkles in his fucking forehead. You're supposed to have a little wrinkle when you talk. It's skin. It's pliable.
and like a little experience, a little dirt under your fingernails. You know. Now
God,
he
what
just-
a clod.
Yeah, he looks more like the Catwoman. That was great when that guy was just like, "Shut up, Gates."
Shut up, Gates. Like nobody respects him there.
Yeah, I don't even know who you are. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Stop being an asshole, stupid. Whatever. Whoa, whatever.
Yeah, he's a strange guy.
Biden sucks.
I mean, it's a ridiculous fucking. It's not a human look. It's a robotic. It's like a robot. This was Beavis and Butthead was a great. How humiliating!
That's so funny.
That's tough. Beavis and Butthead rules. But yeah, that is tough when everybody's on board.
And you can get why they say it.
Like I saw Butthead trending, and I was like, Travis, we better explore this because I know exactly. Like this isn't going to take us off topic.
Right.
Yeah, that rules. You know what's tough? When you deliver a speech, and the only thing people care about are the stills.
Yeah, how dumb you look.
Right. Nobody's heard the speech. I didn't hear one word of it, but I was well aware of this. Nobody heard it.
He had his moment. He got rid of Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah. He's probably a little upset. He probably sees this J.D. Vance up there going like, what? Is he leapfrogging me?
He thought he thought it was going to be his. But again, as we said, Don Jr. is very good friends with J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
And something tells me that they're looking at J.D. Vance as a possible presidential, and then all of a sudden the Trump name can remain as VP.
There's probably a lot of those MAGA Republicans that are like, are you kidding me? This 39-year-old is leapfrogging all of us?
Yeah.
You know? Because they all want
I think
the spot.
that's why. I don't think he's a good choice. But
How come you don't think he's a good choice?
Because...
Or you just don't like him, or you think it's a bad choice?
I don't like him, and I think the people that Trump has, I don't think you're going to win over new people with J.D. Vance. Like,
that's true.
Anybody you have, you already have. Like, the people who like J.D. Vance are already going to vote for you. If he picked Hillary as his running mate, the people who like J.D. Vance would vote for Trump anyway. They're not voting for Biden ever under any circumstances.
That's true.
So
But
you're
I
not
think-
winning any new people over.
I think his thought was probably, I'm so far ahead because Biden's old and I got shot. And, you know, so I have all my stuff I already have, plus the Biden's old and I got shot crowd. And so I'd rather just have somebody that'll just sit there and do what I say as opposed to this Pence that thought he was going to go rogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's probably the thinking behind it. Whether it works or not, we'll see. But now, did Biden lie about getting the vaccine? He's got COVID, huh?
Again.
He didn't get the vaccine?
It's funny.
I think he's like 20 times boosted.
Because he said.
I think he's beating you.
No.
Nobody beat Sam in boosting.
He got more. I tell you what. You tell me that Biden beat me, I'm going to the Dwayne Reed on the way to the parking lot. I'm not even waiting until I get home.
5.
Yeah. I'm going to get boosted here. I'm going to get boosted in Westchester again.
By the way, why isn't he wearing a mask?
Yeah, he's not following the science.
Are you kidding me?
question.
This guy's got COVID. He's not wearing a mask. Everybody on that plane's going to get a cold.
There he goes.
Boy,
Off
he's
into the
going
sunset.
slow.
We'll never
Why, he's
see
got
him again.
COVID.
You think this is the way he gets out?
Well, he said it's very, very strange to me, Troy, and you'll love this. You love when I go down these roads.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, very strange to me that the two headlines on the same day, Biden says medical condition could prompt him to drop out if doctors came to me. Second headline, Biden tests positive for COVID, hastily returns to Delaware vacation home. It's weird, I'm just saying.
A little weird.
Here's the thing. Adam Schiff and Chuck Schumer apparently have both asked him. And Nancy Pelosi, they said, has told him privately. And, like, those are, especially Schumer and Pelosi. Like,
No, Schiff said it publicly.
no, but I mean, they said Pelosi said it privately. But when
Schumer said it privately.
Yeah. But when you have those two, I think they're probably the two most powerful people in the party saying, hey, I mean, there's no way Biden survives that. But who the fuck do they have?
What is that tweet?
What?
That's not real.
That's his real
That's
tweet.
real.
That's a real
I'm
tweet.
sick.
No,
then, like,
that's not.
Yeah. Everybody
from
was
his
like,
account.
what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Because he tweeted it at 7:22, and then this one was
Of Elon Musk and his rich
20 minutes later.
Are they trying to do something? Are they trying to
they're
create a little buzz?
Sick of what, Joe?
People are saying this is the first tweet he actually did.
He's just on his phone on the
I'm sick.
The fuck did the president just do?
Tweet.
And his rich buddies. What are you fucking talking about? You
Well,
have the entire media behind you.
I love
Shut
that.
up.
I'm sick of Trump and his rich buddies trying to control. Anyway, I got to take this advice from Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, I know exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Things are getting odd. Things are getting very, very strange.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
I'll tell you this. I don't think they'll do.
She's gonna be watch.
I mean, they might.
He's gonna drop out. She's
Wait,
gonna
are you
become
ready?
president.
You keep saying this. Are you putting us on a Quantradamus?
Yeah, fuck it. I'll put it on.
Put it on, Troy.
Put it on.
Travis, this is a big deal. You're saying not only do they give Kamala the spot, which I don't think they will.
She becomes president.
You're saying she becomes president.
Yes.
So far, you've been right about a lot.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, that's
Not a
fine.
single thing.
Where are we putting this?
Well, obviously, the end of 24.
Yeah, because now November. Trump will not become president, and now you can get it even more specific. Kamala will, which means if Trump does become president, you're wrong about two things.
Do they do this? Do they, knowing that Trump is probably going to win, because they don't really have anybody, do they say this is a good house cleaning year? Like almost like the farm system in a baseball team when they trade away
Let's build a team.
a couple, yet let's get rid of these two veterans that are eating up salary when we don't have the team to win and build the farm team.
Let me ask you this. Do they restructure? Remember I just said about the Obama speech at the DNC, which led to him 4 or 8 years later running for president, and it was all based off the strength. Do they look for somebody who can, like, give a home run speech this year at the convention, which leads to 4 years from now being the guy?
You know, yeah, they might, but they may have to waste. Like, for instance, you trade sometimes, again, like the Cowboys many years ago, got rid of Herschel Walker for draft picks. That's kind of what you do, even though Kamala's not Herschel Walker. She's one that they probably know is not going to win.
So we put
you
her
run
up.
her.
Right.
Because if you're going to burn it because of Trump's assassination attempt and let's get rid of her now.
She's not
Let
going to
her
win
run.
anyway.
She ain't going to win anyway.
Right.
And then let's put somebody else as her VP. I don't know who they would put that.
Or let that ticket just burn to the ground.
Now
and put somebody new out there, because you got 4 years to build. It doesn't need to be.
They had 40. Thank you, Travis.
But they didn't.
Why do you think they're so smart to do this now?
Because now they're like
They had 4 years.
And by the way, this is why I don't.
But they thought Biden was gonna. Biden stuck around.
But they knew. They knew he wasn't able, and this is why I don't agree that they're going to. They, of course, they did. I saw it.
Denial. Everybody was in denial.
Everybody
till
saw
like a
it
week
when
ago.
he announced he was running 4
Yeah.
years ago. Everybody watched that video and they're like, "Oh, that's not the guy that I."
They just want he'll beat Trump. He'll beat Trump. That's all they.
all
they.
it was.
Right.
But no, the reason I don't think that they're fucking setting this up is because, or that they're going to ride this one out is because Schumer is actually asking him to step down.
Right.
Like Schumer and Pelosi would be like, all right, let's just fucking, Biden's fine, but no one's saying Biden's fine except Joy Reid, who literally is the stupidest person on
I don't
television.
know. Joy Reid brought up a good point. Joy Reid, I wish she was on the show with us because she has all kinds of. She makes salient points. I found. Did you see what she said last night? That.
Well, I don't agree with this tweet, but.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I gotta be honest. I think that's a really, really great point.
Accurate assessment.
That's ridiculous. Because let me ask you this, Jim.
Everything about that is accurate.
Realistic.
There's one word I'd change, but
realistically, when Biden gets better after COVID, if
Oh,
God
he will.
willing, God willing, if he gets better, don't you think he'll be looked at as a hero for surviving?
100% because 100%. I mean, there's things that happen, like a lot of people in the '60s.
Right.
Lyndon Johnson.
Right.
I remember he had a really bad head cold, and they're like, you know what I mean? I mean, same as JFK.
Yeah, it's the same.
He gets it.
Basically the same.
100%.
Like everyone's had. I don't know everybody's had COVID at some point.
And we've all been shot in the ear.
Right. I would guarantee you that even top tier, the worst COVID, beginning of the pandemic, COVID is scary, this is the worst. If somebody was like, you can either get that COVID or I'm going to shoot you in the head, we'll see which one you survive, I'm picking the COVID, I think.
You know why Joy Reid is so interesting? Because she checks boxes for MSNBC, but she's such an idiot that she's no threat to anything. Like, even people who agree with her politically probably know that she says so many dumb things. Like, she's no threat to make any change. She's just a box checker. She's not, like, nobody listens to her. It's like, wow, you know what I mean? That's a great point she makes. All she does is tap into people who are already pissed off, like saying angry things.
Right.
Or stupid things. But she doesn't come off as bright, and she doesn't come off as a person who will make anybody think any differently about anything.
Maybe you didn't see this clip. I thought it was actually quite salient.
All right, maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it was a good point.
I'm always trying to be open-minded.
I know you are.
Here's the question that I have on that. These two men are both elderly. Donald Trump is an elderly man who, for whatever reason...
Second? I'm sorry to pause it so quickly, but already the premise of being like, well, they're both old. Yeah, sure, they come across the same. Right?
Sure.
They come across the same way. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Men are both elderly. Donald Trump is an elderly man who, for whatever reason, was given 9 seconds to take a iconic photo op during an active shooter situation.
I mean,
weird situation. We'll figure that out one day. But
she can't help it.
Survival
She can't
of
stop. She can't stop.
But that's why she's such a stupid clown. Like, nobody... She changes nothing. Like, she helps nobody. All she does is people just go, yeah, I don't like him either. Or people who don't like her just go, she's very easy to dismiss. And it's odd that they leave somebody who is so dismissible in that position.
It's not a bad point.
What?
That he had 9 seconds to take a photo op
No,
during an active shooter situation?
He did. It was very bizarre, but we all saw how it unfolded. They were surrounding him, and he poked his head
face
through.
was exposed.
Yeah,
They didn't know if there was another shooter out there.
But I mean,
her implication, though.
Her implication is that it was a staged thing, or they allowed it. When the reality is,
And it's a downplay of.
I mean, they did allow it.
Of course, but to her point is not for that reason. She's not going, why did the Secret Service
Why are you saying that shockingly?
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Bro.
And he's got a brand new album.
Guy with a rangefinder.
I mean, it's going to be a great Netflix documentary.
Yeah, because this is not paranoid ramblings. These are real. Police said yes. They fucking spotted this guy and they said, look, we don't have the manpower to cover this roof. A colossal fucking failure.
Oliver Stone is
I mean,
already
every
typing.
step of the way.
And I know that a lot of people are dropping DEI. Like Microsoft just took their DEI to, which I love to see all these fucking. Once again, DEI is a good thing. To have diversity, equity, inclusion, all great things. But you fucking just wouldn't shut up with the jargon and the lingo and the fucking scolding and peppering. And then finally everyone just went, fuck you. No more. That really is it. You took good things and you irritated people to the point where they weren't interested anymore.
I prefer DTA.
Prefer DSLs.
I prefer DTF.
That's the joke.
Remind me on that note, I have to tell you something funny that I said in an office yesterday privately that I think you'll get a kick out of. Go ahead with the clip.
Out one day. But his survival of that and bouncing right back and going right to his convention is being conveyed in the media world as a sign of strength. This current president of the United States is 81 years old and has COVID. Should he be fine in a couple of days? Doesn't that convey exactly the same thing? That he's strong enough, older than Trump, to have gotten something that used to really be fatal to people his age. So if he does
Ari
fine
knows.
out of it and
Pause.
comes...
All Ari.
Is that Ari Emanuel? No.
No. Ari, I forget his last. Huh?
Shafir.
I'm Ari Shafir.
Ari Shafir. Yeah, the guy's helicoptering his dick while people are talking.
Ari something with an M, I think. Yeah, he's one of the big...
This is Jen Paskey.
Yeah, that's Jen Paskey. This is her show. But Ari is one of the big MSNBC anchors. He knows. You can see the way... Or Ari Melber. Yeah,
They both know.
Yeah.
Jen Paskey, or whatever it is at least, she's been in the game long enough as a spokesperson. She understands how dumb this sounds.
She's going to entertain it. And Ari is like, I'm going to let Jen take this one. I'm not touching it.
They both know how stupid this is.
Mm-hmm.
The hell are you saying?
And on some level, you can... The way Joy is stammering and stuttering.
She's trying to hold a smile in.
Yeah, she's like, the fuck
Joy,
are you
but Joy,
talking
I don't think Joy does know. She really
You
thinks
don't
she's
think
hitting
so?
it. No, I think Joy thinks that she's making a very valid point, and I think Joy thinks that she's really helping Biden by bringing this to light. Because I've seen her in other
you're
videos.
right.
She's a stupid asshole. The video she did about Trump being Hitler, and we got to get the woman as she's too dumb to hide.
That's what you think?
Yeah, she's a stupid person. I firmly believe that, and a liar.
You think so?
She doesn't like gays. She wrote about it. And she said,
I don't think she wrote it. She didn't write that, though.
But if I did write it, I'm sorry.
That was a hack of the
If she wrote it, she's sorry. She didn't write it. They hacked the Wayback.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected.
Which is the Wayback machine is plagued.
Thank you very much.
With
They
hackers.
just put something in there.
Yeah, they slide. I don't even understand if that's technically possible, but hackers can slide false documents into the Wayback machine. They do it all the time.
his age. So if he does fine out of it and comes back and is able to do rallies, isn't that exactly the same?
Exactly.
I mean, it's not exactly the same. It's not the same incident, but it's an elderly man coming through out of an illness.
It should.
Shut up, Jen. Don't allow somebody else to ruin. Can't you just say, no, I don't think it's the same?
You should.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Nah, that's pretty stupid.
If Biden recovers, we hope so. It's tough to do, but it's not the same as being shot.
It's like, I understand, Joy, that we want to be supportive of the candidate that we're supporting, but what you just said is the dumbest thing. We are all now dumber for hearing it. Then Joy Reid goes, a simple no would have been fine, but okay.
But yeah, the question of how did Trump get the few seconds to do that? And again, that could have just been Secret Service incompetence, like meaning he goes, let me get my shoes, and they let him get his shoes instead of literally dragging him off the stage. He probably should not have been able to do that unless...
Back up if you don't know what the fuck's going on.
The only thing I can think of, because they all have earpieces in, is that they all have the same earpiece. That the second or two had happened, shoot her down, he's been neutralized. Like they might have already known that in that moment, or at least have heard it.
They didn't know there wasn't anybody else.
That's true, they didn't.
I
You're
mean,
right.
Oh my gosh.
That's all I can guess.
What happened?
Hard Rock Johnny just sent me a tweet.
I saw. Screenshot?
I didn't see
No.
it.
Oh.
Nope. This is a
Oh,
tweet.
so then there's 2 Hard Rock Johnnies.
Yes. No. Don't look it up.
Okay.
This is a post that I was just checking. It came from the real MSNBC account.
Okay.
2 senior campaign officials confirmed to NBC News who will speak tonight at the RNC convention ahead of former President Trump formally accepting the GOP nomination. Do you have any guesses who will speak before Trump tonight?
Okay.
Before Trump.
Before Trump. It says 2 senior campaign officials. It's coming from MSNBC. The tweet says 2. This was just posted 40 minutes ago. 2 senior campaign officials confirmed to NBC News that blank will speak tonight at the RNC convention ahead of former President Trump.
Okay, we all get
Here's my
guesses?
guess.
Now, I don't know if that means immediately ahead or just ahead. Or
Well, it would be somebody's going ahead.
Sorry.
You haven't seen it. You have no idea.
My
Okay.
guess is Robert Kennedy and Dana White.
Okay.
Ooh,
Guess.
that's a good guess.
The Rock.
Guess.
Tucker.
Guess.
Lil Pump.
That'd be awesome. That's a good guess. Guess.
50 Cent.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. That's going to be awesome. It says in this tweet, 2 senior campaign officials confirmed to NBC News that Hulk Hogan will speak tonight at the RNC convention ahead of former President Trump formally accepting the GOP nomination for President of the United States. That's what this says.
Who else? Because Dana White supposedly is introducing him. They said Dana is speaking right before him.
Oh, that's awesome. It was posted. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Oh my.
MSNBC posted it.
But at MSNBC, I don't believe as
NBC
much.
News?
NBC News.
No.
MSNBC is just part of it.
I understand.
And it says it was confirmed to NBC News.
Something weird
NBC
about
News.
that. It might be
Nothing weird
true.
at all.
But it is weird because Hulk Hogan has had no. He might by speaking.
He's a real American.
By speaking before Trump, it might be 6 people before.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I said. It just
Yeah,
says
yeah,
speaking
that might
before
be
Trump.
that. What's that?
He could be first. He's the opener.
Yeah, he
Could
might be
be.
somebody who's way. Oh, wait, was he on a couple years ago or in service?
This. I mean, I can't wait. This couldn't be.
Must see TV tonight.
Oh, I mean, it's literally what I would do if I
Yeah.
was running for president. Who do you want to speak before you? The Hulkster, obviously.
I don't know. Probably Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, they're like, "Are you serious?"
Spitballing here.
Yeah, I go. I guess probably Hulk Hogan, and they're like, "Are you serious? Because we can get that done." And I go, "Are you serious?"
It wouldn't be surprising if they're friends. I'm sure they know each other.
They're definitely friends. I mean, Donald Trump is a WWE Hall of Famer.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
He was there.
He was 2 of Hogan's biggest WrestleManias, 4 and 5, were in Trump venues, and Trump was in the front row for them. I mean, this
Hogan's
is-
very religious now.
absolutely. Oh,
It's not crazy.
Yeah. Both Old and New Testament. Both.
both.
I like them both, brother.
And this is going to be the Hulkster. This ain't going to be Hollywood Hogan.
Oh, you think
Is
he's
this
coming out
Terry?
full?
I don't think it's Terry. I think it's Hulk
I don't think Terry exists.
Hogan. I don't think it's Terry. I don't think it's Hollywood. I think it is Hulk Hogan.
Yellow and red.
Yellow and red. I don't think he's going to wear his formal court black bandana. I think he's going to. I think he's going to have. And of course, it's going to be a red bandana. It's the Republican color. Of course, it's going to be a red bandana. It'll probably have boas on and everything.
I love that one. Silly. Everything's silly.
It's going to rule, dude.
I mean, it's just Robert Kennedy maybe but that leaked call and it was deleted. How fucking embarrassing for
His
him.
son put it out.
What a fucking idiot.
Son's an idiot.
What a fucking
What is wrong?
rat.
There's so many Kennedys that you just go like,
What are you doing?
what the fuck are you doing?
What are you fucking doing, you little need credibility brat? Like, you
should know.
You just hurt your father's shot. Like you really made his father look like a petty social media idiot.
It's a terrible thing to do.
He didn't have a shot anyway.
Yeah. I don't
No,
think-
but
I'm sorry,
not necessarily a president, but meaning his shot in public life, his shot at being taken seriously. What an and didn't he only show Trump stuff and not?
He showed this video of RFK on the phone with Trump.
Yeah,
What-
that's all it was.
no, I thought they showed more what Trump said than what RFK said. Was it edited?
Oh, it was almost all what Trump said.
Yeah, he was just listening to Trump talk.
Okay.
Yeah. It was about like because he wanted to get a point out about vaccines.
It was about vaccines. It was about, hey, you know what? I'm doing pretty good. You should probably drop out and endorse me.
What a fucking asshole!
And
this kid
we're
is.
and we're going to win.
Did
We're going to win.
RFK know that they deleted it? Do you think RFK was behind them putting it up or no?
No,
It was deleted so fast.
I don't think at all he was behind it. I think that They probably video everything.
Stupid son.
Well, he said he was with a
videographer,
like
That's
like
what
a
it looks
third party.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like just filming him.
And incidentally, Trump knows that everything he says to these guys is probably being recorded or filmed. You have to know that in this stage of the game.
Bro, he sounds exactly like he would sound on stage. On the phone call. Like there's no
right.
He's being Trump, and it's great, and we're going to win, and this is it. You know, I mean, he sounds like Trump. So to your point, I think you're 100% right. I can't wait for the Hulkster.
I'm excited.
Are you? Isn't that exciting?
It's crazy.
I know he said Biden was nice in the phone call.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah, for a second.
Yeah.
I've just read.
He said he was fine.
He was fine.
Oh, did he say that?
He was fine.
He said he was fine?
We're not going to go too far. He's fine.
Oh, he didn't say he was nice? Oh, I thought he said he was
fine. It's fine. You know, it wasn't the Hulkster, but he was fine.
All right, you want to hear this?
Yeah, for a second.
Man, something's wrong with that whole system. And, you know, and it's the doctors you find. Remember I said I want to do small doses. Small doses. When you feed a baby, Bobby, a vaccination that has like 38 different vaccines, and it looks like it's meant for a horse, not a 10-pound or 20-pound baby. It looks like you should be giving a horse this. And do you ever see the size of it, right? You know, it's just massive. And then you see the baby all of a sudden starting to change radically. I've seen it too many times. And then you hear that it doesn't have an impact, right? But you and I talked about that a long time ago. And anyway, I would love you to do something. And I think it'll be so good for you and so big for you. And we're going to win. We're going to win. You know, we're way ahead of the guy. And, you know, he's interesting. He was very nice, actually. He called me. And he said, how did you choose to move to the right? You know, so I guess that's, people say, you know, if I was looking straight on, right? He said, I said, I was just showing a chart. I didn't have to tell him the chart was on all the people pouring into our country. Right? But I just turned my head to show the chart. And something wrapped me. It felt like a giant, like the world's largest mosquito. And
it's just going on.
Wait, this was a minute and a half that we've been listening to this?
Yeah.
I went quick.
It feels like 10 seconds.
It felt like 10 seconds. It did not feel like a minute and a half. Wow, I guess we're listening to...
He should do a pod.
Yeah, he did say he was very nice. Okay, yeah, so...
We were talking about a different interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the post interview, he said he was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he comes over?
And I think, no. I mean,
You think he follows all the way through with his...
I think he goes a little bit, but I think when he realizes that he's plummeting or he just can't win, I don't know how ambitious he is. Like, does he come into the fold?
I don't know if he'll fully come into the fold. I think
he's come this far. I think he's going to go the whole way.
He might. And the Kennedys already hate him, so that would really make them hate him if he endorsed Trump.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he'll endorse Trump.
I can't see it either.
I think that he may drop out, but I don't think he'll endorse Trump.
But if
I
he
don't
has
think
to-
I don't think he'll go against.
If
I
he
don't
had-
think he'll endorse. He doesn't have to endorse anybody.
No, but he probably, he seems to like the attention. Anyone that puts gym videos of themselves likes the attention. Oh, yeah, we should break. Travis is right.
I know, you just got a one-track mind.
Next Thursday, I'll be in San Diego. Next Friday, I will be in Tempe, Arizona.
I got it right here, Jim.
Oh, you know what? I apologize, Jordy. You go right ahead.
You want me to finish that? You can read
I'm
it
going to go
off.
tinkle, kid. You
All
do
right.
it.
All right. Then he's off to Billings and Bozeman, Montana on September 6th and 7th. October 4th and 5th, he's in Tampa. Then Millville, New Jersey on November 1st. Richmond, Virginia, and Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
Bro.
And he's got a brand new album out
One
now.
job.
Yeah.
One job.
I apologize. I got something in my throat, Sam.
I'll bet you do.
Yeah, I do. All right, so he's got a brand new album, Gender Reveal Disaster. It's available to stream. I'm trying to get him to put it on Piss Yellow vinyl. I don't know if we'll get that one out. And a brand new episode of Sam's podcast, Satisfying with Nicole Biggins, was just released this morning. It is not only available on their YouTube channel, but everywhere you get audio, including the SiriusXM app.
That's right.
If you think
That's right.
if you think YouTube was a little too inconvenient for you, you could get it anywhere else now.
First of all, the editorializing and the plugs. This is I don't know when this happened, but it's got to stop.
And Sam will be doing a live Not Sam Wrestling podcast on August 1st at Hilarities in Cleveland. Get tickets now at notsam.com. And of course, Black Caviar's new song, Guess Who, is available to stream everywhere.
Yes, we did.
Very much.
Yes. You got to get the song. It's incredible. You can go to YouTube and listen to it right now. We were able to hustle our way into bringing Satisfying to all audio platforms. So it'll be up on YouTube, as always, right after the show at 11. But it is already up. Today's episode is already up on all audio platforms. And a surprise call-in from one Robert Kelly on today's Satisfying podcast with Nicole Biggins. So maybe after you're done listening today, you can listen to that. We'll be right back.
It's time to take a break. Jim and Sam. Days, noon to
Swing State.
on Sirius. Fail Dev.
Benjamin Friends of a Bedtime. This is just winter. Make sure.
A world of entertainment. And with that, so you could Halo's a better way to
Expansion and with cash and
Yard bump along.
Or inside, not a quick fix. It doesn't fill out a brief. HEF.
But why both? AdamandEve.com and enter the station's exclusive code at checkout.
sign up to 3 streams at once. Philo now. So what?
Men are strong. American men are proud. And when American men pull the owner of a
consent
knows what it's delivery from
is not that big. 2 weeks.
November. Penises.
Yeah, we
actually the boss, not Travis.
Hungry man. Don't.
Well, we have something we can listen to while we wait if you want.
Alice Cooper's Empty Nester is the new Netflix special that's out now. It came out on Tuesday. And yeah, everybody's talking about it. You're everywhere right now.
Thank you. I'm here.
Well, right now.
Physically, I'm here
that's a great
for
point.
you.
That's a great point. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm great. Ground stop in New York last night. So
Yeah.
Here I am.
What's that mean, ground stop?
It means that the weather, they wouldn't let anybody in or out.
Oh, because it was
so you couldn't
thunderstorms.
I couldn't get here.
Oh, I thought you meant I tried to fly out of here, but I was stuck, so now I have to be on this show.
So here I am. That's what I'm trying to get at. I can nowhere else to go.
That's fucking. Were there really a ground stop last night, or am I just a stupid asshole who didn't realize that you were just joking?
Oh, there. Can I say both?
Yeah.
Can we live in a world where there are
both
two
things
yeses?
are true?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it started as facts and turned into a joke.
I know this is America and it's hard to do that, but I'd like to live in a world where it's both true.
Yeah, there were hideous thunderstorms last night.
Yeah, no, I know. It was really, it was brutal coming down. So yeah, I guess a lot of people got
It
stuck.
was Jonestown at the airport. I
Really?
mean, just bodies on the ground. Everybody sleep. No one could get out. I got in at 2:30.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh, so they didn't just like cancel the flights. They just made everybody just wait around.
I think, yeah, because this morning they're like, hey, if you want to leave the city, you're going to have to be here as like right when we call your name.
Wow.
This isn't a thing where you get to come from the hotel.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you were supposed to come in last night at a decent hour.
At a real decent hour.
Quite decent. Maybe even get a bite to eat.
Well, at least some sleep.
From where?
Austin, Texas.
Oh, and when did they tell you there's going to be a big problem?
Once we got on the airplane.
Of course. This way, these fucking
Yeah.
assholes get the credit for backing out of the gate on time.
Yeah.
They get the credit for the on-time departure, and it's just a delay.
But you don't have to be curious about what the inside of the plane is going to look like. Your seat. That's very
I
convenient.
felt very comfortable because then they let us off the plane for a little bit.
Perfect.
And then they said, when you guys come back on, you won't have to worry about putting your bag up. It's already here.
That's great.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's great. And, if you have any other plans, cancel them. Your bags are still on the plane.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So I'm in one of these things where I hold a shareable bag of Skittles in my hand, put it down, walk around. I'm like, I want those Skittles. So I go back, hold it in my hand. A ground stop for me is miserable.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to have Skittles or not.
Yeah. No, and it's tough because usually you're like, I'm going to choose not and move on to something else.
Right.
But when you're just there, all you can think about
taking hot laps around this news place.
And go like, I better get those Skittles again.
Yeah.
I fucking had a flight. It was the same thing. We're canceled. There's a delay. There's an equipment problem. And the guy goes, well, there is a 9:30 flight. It's like 8 in the morning. Leaving. We're going to be boarding soon. It's a 9:30 flight that goes. So I literally ran across the airport. And I get there, and there's no thing at the gate. And I asked somebody. They're like, oh, it's 9:30 p.m. So this fucking idiot sent me across the airport. And we had, I think we had bought a ticket for that and checked in. So it was just it's a nightmare. Did you drink?
So here's the issue with that. I stopped drinking at the beginning of this. I go, I'm taking the summer off. What a nice summer. And then Netflix is like, hey, we're going to put your special out in the summer. And you have to do all this press. And when you have ground stops and you want to drink real badly and then you're not going to have one because you're going to stick to your deal.
Right.
So you couldn't get
that's
drunk.
Totally inconvenient. Can't get drunk. Did you get the Skittles?
No.
Oh.
Now, did you stop because
Miserable.
do you sleep through shit when you're drinking, or are you?
No, I don't sleep. That was my problem. I have slept so well since I stopped drinking. I can't believe I don't yell at people. It's nice.
Yeah. Oh, you yell yes a little less.
Well, I mean, yeah. Like when I'm hungover, I'm a real piece of shit.
Sure. It makes you feel bad.
Yeah, or if I'd ever see like a commercial where a dad's dropping his daughter off at college, lights out. I'm just weeping into my shirt.
So you just get highly emotional.
Yeah, well, both. Angry,
everything.
sad, never happy.
Okay.
I'm never like, I'm hungover, I'm going to go skipping.
The gratitude doesn't kick in.
No, it sure doesn't.
Or if you're drunk and you're watching stuff, it's just more emotional, I guess, watching things. This fucking little girl.
It's a whole life. It's just a person.
Fucking balance.
I have a 2-drink window where I'm very happy. And then the third drink, I'm just like, we should buy goats and make goat cheese for homeless people. I mean, it's ridiculous.
There is always, if you're around enough, because I don't drink, but I've been around many friends that enjoy drinking quite a bit, and there's always the one. Like, we're all having a good time, and you can always pinpoint it was this one drink that changed it. And that's when I go like, all right, guys. All right, see you later. That was the one. The fun's over.
Normally it's the one with the roofies.
That's
I have found.
Yeah, of course.
I have found it's the one with the
Yes, and I'm putting them in.
Yeah, exactly. On myself.
Is it hard dating another comic? I've dated one comedian. You date Kelsey, and who I love.
Yeah.
And I dated one comic many, many years ago, and it wasn't competitive or anything, but you guys are probably doing more together than she and I did. Like when my girlfriend at the time.
Oh, I was about to say.
No. The woman I dated.
I've heard stories and I doubt it. I've heard your stand-up, and I have a feeling we're not doing as much as you do.
But we wouldn't go on the road together. We didn't work together, which I kind of wish we would have. But the fact that you're able to work with your girlfriend, there's something kind of cool about that.
Yeah, I mean, we do a podcast. We don't tour together because then we'd have to split money. That's our big
smart.
thing.
That's smart.
Oh yeah, she's doing great now.
She is top of the world, man. It's like I've had a really nice career where it's gradually gone up every year. Everything's fine, and she just hit a rock. She stepped on a rocket ship, which is great because we're not competitive. We have different goals, all that stuff. We did a show. Maybe I said this last time, but we did a show where it was called Notebook Rebuttal. We both went on stage. She would tell her jokes about me, and then I would have a chance to say, "Hey, that's not how it went." Like, tell my side of it.
Oh, great idea.
And then I would tell the ones about her, and she would have the same opportunity. So it was very, very fun.
Oh, that's really great.
It could be a funny dynamic, though, if you're like, trying to give advice because you're further along, and you're like, you know what? Just stick with it. It's a gradual process. And she's like, no. Sometimes they just really like you, and it's a rocket ship.
Hey, can you put my bag in the car? I'm doing the Tonight Show tomorrow.
Okay. Sometimes it takes longer. Okay, yeah.
Getting to the airport's a gradual process is what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
I like slow and steady, and then peter out in 2007. That's what I like.
That's the way the real pros do.
Yeah, absolutely. We think it's a 15-year valley.
Yeah, I always thought the grade you went up on is the grade you go down on.
That's a pretty good point. Yes.
But well, that's what I thought.
Oh.
And then sometimes you get to the top and you're like, oh, this is just a cliff. Okay.
You're not going to slowly. You're going to. But it might depend on what you do too. Like some guys fuck them. If you don't fuck your thing up, like if you don't sabotage it, then maybe there is like a gradual slide down. Like I've noticed a gradual slide. I didn't plummet.
Like a die off of your fans, basically.
Yeah.
Or
suicide.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But it does kind of suck because you probably don't realize when you've hit the peak. Like you probably don't realize when it's time to start dipping. So then, like, probably, halfway into the dipping process, you're like, oh, that's what this is. Like, we're done with that part.
Yeah, how many promoter texts in a row can I get going? Could you put this on social media?
You're right.
Yes, right. I get it.
Right. Oh, we're just in a valley. Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, we're not. Oh.
Yeah. No, my feet are sticking out of the cave like that guy who fucking died in that putty cave.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know how it is.
Yeah, they're going to pull me out. They go, oh, went deeper.
Yeah.
But you have a Netflix special, so you're not there yet.
Yeah, but even when you think everything's going great, like you could go to a club for a weekend, sell out 6 shows, and they will always leave one table open right in front side of the stage, just to remind you you're not shit.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is who you are. It's the Oswald seat, just in case. Some fucking lone idiot comes in by himself. They put him right there. Yeah, that is funny, though. I sell VIP, like those VIP meet and greets, and a lot of times, if they don't sell out, there's open tables in the front, so I just give them to somebody else, and they just leave them open. It's humiliating.
Don't make it look like no one wanted the VIP. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the truth is, but don't, at least hide it.
Maybe there's some kind of upgrade system, if nobody buys them.
How was Bert's tour?
Very fun.
Yeah, it's always fun, right?
It's like, there's an activity during the day. It's fully loaded. It's like, truly is fully, that's a great name for it. And then you do the show, and then afterwards there's always a great hang.
Yeah. Did you do the activities?
Oh, yeah.
What did you do?
We went deep sea fishing. There was a pool day. Not going to sound good at all. I was on it for 5 days, and I can't remember what I did.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't. But I wasn't drinking. That's another thing.
That's tough. That's tough.
Was that harder on that tour? Because Bert's still drinking, right?
Yeah, everybody's still drinking.
Every now and then. Yeah.
So Mark Norman and Sam Morril were on it, and they were pretty cool. They'd go like, "Hey, you want me to make you a drink?" And I go, "No, thank you." And it wasn't like, "Come on, bitch."
Yeah.
It wasn't any of that, so it was fine.
Yeah, at this age, nobody really cares. Like, your friends at this age, like, whatever. We've seen enough of our friends die, so if you don't want to drink, we get it. Yeah, not a big deal.
Yeah, but it is an absolute blast.
Do you do the cruise? Have you done the cruise?
I can't do. I can't be stuck.
Oh, you don't like the boat?
I just don't. If it doesn't go my way, I need to be able to. That's like a cruise is like a full ground stop.
Yeah,
You're
not getting out. We did it last year. It was 4 nights, which is I was like, it's too short. But I'm like, nope. It was the perfect amount of time.
That's true. If you see Skittles in the store on a cruise, it's a week. I'm trying to avoid those
just
Skittles.
taking hot laps on the deck.
Yeah, I don't do well when I feel claustrophobic. Like if I'm stuck somewhere, I don't feel like I function well at all. I panic.
Yeah, well, they say a cruise ship is just a floating toilet.
Yes, I thought I should like it.
and then that particular cruise just seemed like there's extra stuff going into the toilet.
Yeah, a lot of vomit. Yeah. But it was.
But you enjoyed it. You said.
But I bet it was fun. Everyone always says they have fun.
It was fun, but we couldn't dock one day because of there was like storms in Nassau or whatever. So like we got to go to one location, and you're just kind of you realize at one point you're just kind of going in circles.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still a lot of fun. The shows were great, but I don't do well either. Like that's being stuck. I hate it.
Yeah, I might freak out if that were happening.
I'm so glad I was working and not a fucking like vacation cruise. What the fuck do you do for vacation? Just sit there all day on the boat? It sucks.
Well, I mean, it's kind of vacationing. You know what I mean? You're supposed to just kind of relax.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
How do you relax with all the other people, though?
That's a good point.
That's my thing. Because, I mean, if I'm sitting at dinner and there's somebody bitching to the server on the table, that's going to ruin... Well, we're going to ruin each other's night.
Right.
Because I don't have an off button yet. Kelsey's helping me with that.
Would you say something to the...
For sure.
Like the guy who just cursed out Matt Gaetz at the thing? Like, shut up, Matt Gaetz.
Oh, I don't know you're talking about.
Yeah, it was great.
You would curse out the other customer?
Yeah, I'd just be like, what the fuck are you doing? Relax. And then people are like, well, why don't you relax? You're doing the same thing, man. It's like, yeah, but I don't see it that way. I'm Robin Hood. I'm helping.
Yeah, here's the difference. That guy is an asshole.
Yeah, right.
Have you had any like confrontations that you're like, what am I doing? Why am I in this?
I had to, I was at a gas station once. The guy thought I took his pump. So he was like, with all the hand motions, and I was like, fucking relax. And then finally I just mouthed, fuck you, really slowly. Got out of his truck.
What do you mean? Like,
oh yeah, so he could do it. So he could really figure out what I was saying.
Yeah, wait, what's he?
And,
no!
Yeah, he's like,
you didn't want to be
right.
misinterpreted as I'm sorry.
This could be fun something.
Yeah.
Nope, fuck you. All right. So he got out of his truck and he's like coming over there, grabs something out of the back of his truck and starts walking towards me. And I was like, well, I guess you're getting sprayed with gasoline, dude. So I doused his pants with gasoline.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I promise I did.
Wow, that's very fucking Haiti gang member of you.
He goes, what are you doing? And I just remember going, I need you to listen to me. Do not light a match. Do not do anything. I go, now I don't know what to do. Your fucking pants are full of gas.
Aren't you like supposed to not use your phone around gas because there could be static electricity that blows you up?
As soon as I did it, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck him. He's coming at you with a weapon.
Yeah, but you know what else? People go to jail for years because they spray people with gasoline.
No, that was
in an anger
self-defense.
moment.
That was self-defense. That was defense. He got out of his truck. Wait, did you get out of your car, or were you already out of your car?
I was out of my car. I was filling my car up with gas.
Oh,
and telling that guy, fuck you.
Well, I did,
Slowly.
but you know what? I didn't say it. I mouthed it.
That's
so what do
true.
we do about that? No one heard it.
No, that's a good point.
So, but even if he did say "fuck you," that's no reason for him to grab a weapon. What would you see? What the weapon was?
I was a golf club. Can we Google statute of limitations on spraying somebody with gas and hit the dump button now? Stat.
Oh, a golf club's a fuck. That'd kill you. That's like a deadly weapon.
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I'm sure I was just going to take it in the calf or something, but I wasn't about. I didn't want to find out.
So when you sprayed him, how did it get diffused? He goes, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, and then he was like, "What?" And then everybody was kind of like, "What the fuck's going on?" I mean, I can tell you, I did not fill my car up with gas.
You
I left. I just go. I go. You got to go in. You got to get that off.
You try. Did his anger dissipate immediately?
It was a real what the fuck. Everyone was so confused, including myself.
Sure.
I was pretty surprised I did that.
Yeah, you were right. You were 100% right.
Well, even the people in that, you and the other dude, probably both had the exact same time realization of this really escalated quickly.
Yeah, we're both so dumb.
Yeah,
I mean, me being dumber. But I like that you think I was right. and
100% right.
I think we should hang out more.
You were, and he was dumber because of a minor argument. He gets out of a car with a weapon, which is 100% threat to your safety. You're standing there with a gas pump. It's the only thing you have. Like, what are you supposed to do? Get hit with a golf club?
See, that's the difference. Like, even now, you can tell in that situation, everybody around you would have been like, this escalated quickly. The guy would have been like, this escalated quickly. And Jim would have been like, no, I'm right.
But you didn't. No, but it de-escalated quickly too. As soon as that fucking asshole saw that his deadly weapon threat to you was trumped with a worse fate. I'd rather be hit with a golf club than set on fire.
For sure. Would have your pants set on fire with gasoline fire.
Want to see if a golf club can melt? Let's party.
You know what you did, Chad? You made him realize the error of his ways very quickly.
Yeah. There are worse things than getting hit with a golf club.
Yeah, but that's a real threat. The golf. If he just got out of the car, but a golf club is a real threat. You can be killed with a golf club.
Yeah, I'd also never seen. I've only pressed the the gas lever when it's in the car.
Yeah,
does it even work?
It fires.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, see?
It's like I could have hit him from his truck, but I waited till he walked over.
That's great though that you know your instinct now. Like if when push comes to shove,
you'll burn someone alive.
Right. Whatever I
Good
got
for
in
you.
front of me, I'm going to take you down with it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Good for you. It worked.
Well, yeah, it did.
You'd probably do great, like in an apocalypse scenario. You're ready to go. Like fight or flight. It's fight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You don't think so?
I think about this gas thing. I mean, what if he just goes, "All right, bitch," holds me, and then just fires it up?
I mean,
and doesn't let go. He's just holding me there.
We're
as we
both going
burn.
down.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
both going
I mean,
down.
that would be the weirdest murder-suicide ever.
You're just both on fire, and he's whispering in your ear, "Was it worth it?"
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I've watched people burn. It's a horrible death.
What are you talking about?
It's a horror. I've just seen it online. It's a terrible death. And then immediately shut the guy up. That's how I would react. Wait, what are you doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too for sure if there was
Yeah.
gasoline on my pants.
You stopped the fight. You didn't. No one had to fight. His pants got wet.
Do you watch stuff like that online? People burning to death?
I used to watch the VHS Faces of Death.
Sure.
Quite a bit.
Most of those are fake, though. There's a few real ones, but most of those were faked when you look back on them. So it's unfortunate.
Thank God. Well, I see. So I don't watch it online. No.
But by the way, it was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
He was like, which sucks. And you were like, thank God. Okay, we didn't exactly.
It's like,
Maybe
I
we should
can't
meet in the
believe
middle
those fucking
somewhere.
actors lived. Losers.
Yeah, no, it is. It does fuck you up a little bit when you see that stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely. How could it not?
Yeah. It also makes you more careful. Like, I cross the street more carefully because I've watched people mangled in car accidents. I really do. I look both ways. I'm like, I've seen what that looks like. It's ugly.
A lot of people, though, do look both ways without seeing it. They're just like, oh, yeah, I remember that lesson from when I was a kid.
I know, that's true.
I was gonna say that's like the watching a movie version of having a bad dad. You learn what not to do through them.
Sure.
Yeah.
But with I mean, you can still be a good dad without having a bad dad.
You can learn things are bad without having to have somebody do them to you.
Yeah.
Or witness them.
Sure. That's another way of learning. You're right.
But that's what I'm saying. Multiple ways.
I'm not
is
saying
the
you're
point.
wrong.
Right. Right. There's different ways. That's all.
Dude, how great is it? You have a special, and do you like I love the press part because everything's done. Like the work is done, the hard part's done. You know it's great, and now it's just fun to go out and just promote it, isn't it? Like no pressure.
Yeah, I would love knowing your special is shitty, and then you also didn't have to do press because you didn't want to promote it. You're like, well, I don't even want fucking anyone to do this.
Sucks.
But yeah, the press part's great because you get to go to Austin, come here, go to LA, see all my buddies. I mean, Minnesota, there's not a ton of
right.
everybody I have started out with is gone. So
Have you guys ever thought of leaving there, or do you like being there?
I talked her into moving there. I don't want to move anywhere. I've never lived anywhere but Minnesota.
Why do you love it so much? Just because it's home?
Because Jesse Ventura?
Probably Jesse Ventura,
I think so,
mostly.
yeah.
You know me in politics. That's how I make all my decisions.
I also love that you think Jesse Ventura is a politician first.
Oh, he was for us. That was the issue. But I don't know what I like about it. I think it's just home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really enjoy visiting. I've become a professional visitor of other places.
Do you look at I get lazy when I'm in California. I'm just like a vacation. I just I have nothing to do out there. I like that a lot.
I remember one time I was doing my first TV appearance ever was on Craig Kilborn. That's how long ago it was. Remember that?
Was it his show?
Yes,
Kilborn show? Yeah.
CBS. And we went to the beach just to fuck around that day, and then whoever was, I can't remember who was president, but there was a presidential, big car deal.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get back to where I needed to go. So I almost missed my first
TV show.
And that's just from being in California. Because when you come from Minnesota, you're like, there's sun here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the beach.
That's it. But and the ability to do that, I'm so panicky. Like, if I had to shoot something, I would never be able to do anything that morning other than just kind of sit around the hotel and fucking get ready and look at my note. Like, I respect the fact you could just go to the beach and just hope the president doesn't show up.
And now a whole nation is hoping the president doesn't show up.
Yeah, and he won't. Wow. So you did stand-up or panel on it?
I did stand up.
You did stand up.
It was my first. So my first time ever being on TV, and I had this joke that was basically about English grammar. It was about. It doesn't matter, but the crowd was a traveling high school from Asia, and none of them really knew the grammatical part of the joke.
Oh.
And so it ate shit so hard. And I was just like, I also wanted a band to be here. Just miserable.
Yeah, but it makes you angry too because you want to put the camera on them and go, look, this is what happened. They're fucking waiting for K-pop. It's me doing grammar stuff.
Dude, I've had, it's been pretty ridiculous. So I had, when I was on The Tonight Show, I followed a dog that scratched cellophane to make a painting.
Oh.
And then there was a deaf snowboarder that was pretty interesting, but it was quiet for 7 minutes.
Sure.
So the crowd was like, now we're used to silence.
Yeah.
It was some real shit.
Both of those things are they have such qualifiers. That's like, and your next guest is a comedian, but like a comedian that, nope, just a comedian.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I just immediately get a limp like Kaiser Soze. Like, all right, this is my thing.
Yeah, it sucks when you're when somebody in front of you like, I don't know if I want to go on after this. Can I go on after? I think I've been pretty lucky. The only weird one was I did Leno once, and Justin Bieber was the musical guest.
Okay.
And it was all young girls in the audience. So it was like, I mean, that's
your crowd anyway. I mean, you and the Biebs.
I mean, not for comedy, but I mean, I did get 9 phone numbers. But no, it's one of those things where you're like, this is just, it's going to be okay, but I'm not what they want at all.
Well, it's weird because you're locked in, right?
Yeah.
You've gotten this set approved, everything. Like if I would have gone up after this dog that scratched a cellophane in an open mic, I would have brought something up for me to make a painting.
Yeah.
Something like that. But you can't do that there. You're like, well, here are my jokes.
It is. Yeah. The worst when they're not
schedule.
working and like, oh boy, there's a lot left.
Yeah.
The setup that's supposed to get the laugh and bring them in just bombed. It's going to be an ugly few minutes.
They told me not to write a 3-minute joke for a 5-minute set, but I did. And you don't like the beginning. Fuck me.
That's why Rodney was so great. It's like joke.
Yeah.
If you don't like this, next.
Yeah.
There was no time to fucking to dislike a whole hunk. Stephen Wright. Those guys are the fucking best. That's the way to do it.
And they also are good enough that they can write dozens and dozens of jokes per set.
That was a bit of a subtly humiliating thing for me and Chad. Well, those guys are good enough to do it. You guys do your fucking long, boring bits.
We came up with 3 jokes.
Maybe we should head to the gas station, see what happens.
What?
That's my dream, to throw a match on somebody who's got gas on them.
It's something you've been dreaming of. Now he's got a new dream. Jim's just going to be mouthing "fuck you" to everybody that he sees,
just
hoping it escalates.
Just to see the look on their face when they realize that they've fucked with the wrong guy.
Yeah. It really is a wild. I guess I kind of always thought that gas pumps, like, they need to be like locked in or something to work. That's awesome.
Yeah, they fire.
I mean, that's a really trusting position to put human beings in.
Oh yeah.
When you realize that like we all have access to fire gas at each other.
Yeah, that's what I think when people have these things like, oh, the left are idiots or the right are idiots. I don't trust them, right? And it's like you're driving 60 miles per hour with no divider, and you're right next to them, and they're coming at you. So please stop with that. I don't trust them.
Clearly, we trust each other.
Yeah.
On some level, yeah, you're right. I usually trust each other to know that you're not just going to veer into me and knock me off this fucking road.
Right.
Yeah.
Some social contracts are not being disrupted at all.
Right. And I also trust that several of those people think, what if I just for a second moved my hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because that happens too. People have those thoughts all the time. You just go, I just hope they don't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you ever thought about driving in oncoming traffic?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I have too. When you drive, not that you're about to do it, but the thought is there. Like you see a semi coming, and then after you pass the semi, you go, I could be dead right now. Not that I want to be, but like that's how fast it would happen.
Right. I'm consciously making a choice not to do this, but if I did, boy, would everything be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been having a conversation in the car and said to the person, I'm thinking about driving into the ditch and rolling this car right now. Please be quiet.
Are you serious?
And I was serious.
Yeah. No, I know. That was a relationship and it was an argument.
That's right.
And I've been there. Yeah. I've been there. I'm like, that's how you know a man is really angry, when we start going, please just stop talking.
You've got to stop.
Please stop.
There's self-destruction.
Self-destruction.
It's
I'm going to
starting
hit you.
Creep in. Yeah,
I'm going to hit me, and you happen to be here.
Yeah.
I just need to get out of the car to have this conversation.
Right.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I can't be in a weapon.
We need to pause.
Yeah.
Because we're going fast right now.
Right. Just stop talking. You're not wrong. Yeah, and I'm not wrong. Whatever. We're not done.
Please, let's just stop.
Just stop right now.
And I'm going to hit the truck. It's funny.
My ears are connected to my brain, and my brain's connected to my hands, and we're about to flip this motherfucker.
Did it stop the conversation?
It did.
Do you remember what you were arguing about?
Absolutely.
Can you say?
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
Let me ask you this. Whose fault was it?
I mean, we probably have different answers. I think we probably think it's each other's.
Okay.
You just turned into Norton at the gas station, going like, nope, I was right.
I mean, I do feel like I was.
I believe you. I don't want to flip this thing over. I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is very frustrating, like in a relationship or a marriage or whatever, when you're arguing and you're like, how do you not see it this way? Like, not even, like, I don't understand how your fucking brain operates that you are reacting this way to what we're saying.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's like you can recognize, because you do it, I'm sure you do it, I do it myself, but you can recognize in another person, you're continuing this. Like, you just took this down another road for no reason. There's something in you that wants this to keep going. Like, how do you not recognize that we have the power to stop this right now?
Yeah. And I can also give you here's my answer to your question before, when I said I didn't know. I don't think either of us, I don't think there was a right.
Right.
Or wrong. I was just really mad about something.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what it was.
Okay. Yeah, and it's one of those things where then the argument makes the anger a lot worse.
Yeah.
When somebody kind of digs in and they don't stop. And your special, by the way, I was just checking, is Empty Nester on Netflix.
Yep.
We should be promoting that. So I'm guessing how old are you have kids?
Yeah, my son will be 25 tomorrow.
Oh,
and
he's an adult.
My daughter's 20, yeah.
Wow.
And they both are out?
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter's going to school in Southern California, and my son just got married in March.
Oh wow,
that's amazing.
Congrats. Are you happy like that they're out, or does Empty Nest mean anything, or is it just?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was pretty miserable when my daughter left for a while, but then I started dating Kelsey. I mean, the joke in the special is, you know, I thought I was gonna hate being an empty nester more than anything in the world, and a week later, for the first time in 23 years, I got a blowjob in my own house. And then that's when the special changes.
Sure.
And it goes to the dating part of it.
Is it a weird thing though, like you spent your whole life being this dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you do, like, as a human being, you're like, okay, I have a different, like that. Not the priority shift, because you still love your kids, but also they don't need you.
Yeah, I called my mom when I got back from dropping her off, and I said, hey, am I just like done being a parent?
Right, like, what do I do?
Yeah. She goes, well, you just called me, dipshit. And I was like, okay, it's actually a good point. Makes sense.
Yeah, but I feel like do you have to take time to kind of figure out who you are again?
A little bit. You know, you feel like, you remember when COVID hit and everyone's like at home and they go, my identity's been taken from me. That's a little bit what I felt like.
Right.
Because in COVID, I went into mega dad because my daughter was doing distance learning and we would just share AirPods and I would listen to the podcast from her history class and stuff like that and had a fantastic time. And then now it's kind of reversed where I'm back doing more stand-up and less fathering.
Yeah.
So it just takes a little while to balance it out.
It's probably harder for someone who stays home too. Like at least you're on the road. You have a real career. So it's like you probably notice it less when you're gone all the time and working.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it was. That's what my daughter had to calm me down. She's like, well, remember when you used to go on the road? It's like that. It's just we'll call each other and FaceTime. I'm like, why are you such a fucking adult? Who raised you? Sucks.
Yeah. I know it freaks people out, though. I guess, does it make you feel, because like little I don't have kids, but any landmarks in life make me feel older. Like, oh, fuck, I'm at this point now. Like, I'm old. Like, it's just that starts to happen.
Yeah, I just did something before we got here, and the lady goes, so marriage, that means you're going to be a grandpa soon. And I just go, don't.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my
I didn't
answer.
even
That's literally the first thing I thought of when you said it.
And I didn't even
because you
consider
look
it.
young and you act young.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody asked me, like, what are you going to be called? Grandpa? Pops? Papa? And I was like, that motherfucker, he'll call me Chad until I realize whether or not I like him.
Yeah.
It's Chad until we become friends. And then we can go with the nicknames.
You're not. There's a separation. You're not my kid.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll see.
exactly.
We'll see what this relationship is.
I guess that is a big one, Grandpa, when you start getting called, because there's no way to hide what that means.
Well, I mean, even coming like in here, if he were like, you ask him about his kids, and for you to say, yeah, and I have one grandkid. Like, that's a different thing.
It's a way different thing. And Kelsey's younger than me, so I'm not going to be a fucking grandpa. It's Chad.
yeah.
Why is this kid calling you Chad? Well, because I date younger.
Yeah.
That's right. But then Kelsey would be like a step grandma.
Yeah, no one would believe that.
That's great.
I mean, that
She's
would
going to be a grandma.
I don't know if she's going to love that or hate that. She might get a kick out of that. It's just
I'm
so
not
crazy.
sure either, but she's like, she takes such good care of herself, her skin and everything. She looks younger than she is.
Yeah.
I haven't put lotion on, I don't think ever. And so I look older than I am. And so it's even, like, looks-wise, it's even a bigger gap.
Right.
So it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I always date younger too. It just it's mostly because this way they're going through things. Like I'm aging. I feel like I can look back on things instead of looking ahead to the inevitable trip to the coffin. You look back like, oh, there's still this happening.
I
and that
remember that.
Yeah, there's still.
As opposed to, or you could just be present.
Or we're old together.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck
Yeah.
that. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
No, I want a diaper cleaner.
No, that's an investment. That's
when you
smart.
tell other women that, like my female friends, I'm dating a younger woman, they lost their fucking mind. It's like, no one my age hit on me the whole time I was saying
Yeah.
it was either mid-70s or mid-30s. So get off my back, please.
Oh yeah, I could care less. People don't like it, but it's also like I've dated plenty of women who are what they call age appropriate, and they wanted babies fast. Because I'm 50, you know, I was 40 something last time and the woman was like 38, and I was wasting her time.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
But you know what I mean? It was like I really liked her, but like 3 months in, she's having this. Where is this going? Oh, do you want children? You know, I like.
You can't do
mid 30. You can't because I'm wasting your time.
35 to 42 is like off the table.
I don't want children. I'm wasting your time.
Yeah, it's got to be either. Yeah, it's got. 35 to 42 you can't do unless you want to do that. Unless you want to have kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I told Kelsey early, I was like, if you want kids, you should have brought some kids. Because I'm out.
Yeah.
That's great though when it's not an argument.
Yeah.
I could never trust that it wouldn't be an argument, so I guaranteed that that's not going to be a conversation. I put in a fucking guarantee.
But then we did your podcast, and she was still talking about adopting.
It just drives me crazy. It's not happening.
I mean, it horrified me. I did the podcast with Jim and his wife, and his wife just goes, "Yeah, I want to adopt a little girl." I was like, "The fuck?"
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, I don't think it would.
Did you want kids before you had them? Like you knew?
I knew I wanted to be a dad at some point, but it was a surprise. So I kind of got forced into it. I don't know that I would have had them at that time. I had them early. I was 23.
Okay, yeah,
Which
it's
is
young.
Pretty cool because then, you know, when your youngest needs help with soccer or whatever, you can go down there and still run around.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if I had a kid now, it would be like, well, can you help me with soccer? I can call someone.
Yeah, we can hire
Call
a
someone
coach.
from my wheelchair.
But it's also you're both adults together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not
Yep.
that old at all. Like, you can probably relate to your son if he's 25 and you're 48. I mean, that's pretty fucking close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you? gotten to that point where like the barrier's been like the sort of parent-kid barrier has been broken? Because at some point you realize that your parents are just human beings, right? They're just regular people trying to figure it out like you are.
Yeah, I think so. On my daughter's 18th birthday, she goes, you know, you can say fuck in front of me now, right? And I was like, okay. I mean, she's been more mature. She's in a 5-year relationship.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
And here's the thing. Normally, I'd be like, get the fuck out of this thing, date other people. He's like, probably the best human being I've ever met.
Yeah.
Great dude.
So I don't want to push her out of that one.
Yeah, of course. He's a nice guy.
But yeah, man. I mean, like, she's in the longest relationship out of anyone in her immediate family.
Wow.
Which is pretty wild.
At 18.
She's the youngest.
Yeah.
20, yeah.
Was she always like mature like that, or can you take any responsibility for raising her?
I'm going to.
I'm
going to take some responsibility.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's probably just
because listeners don't know.
They don't know.
They weren't there.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I have no idea.
No.
But I know I don't want that responsibility. I just don't trust myself. Like I'm afraid. Like plus I'm a fucking self-centered ass. Like I like to just go away. I like to do what I want to do and not have to be beholden to a responsibility.
Right. Yeah. So you don't want for 18 years to just have to be home and eat over the sink, cold food and stuff like that. Yeah,
no, I do that anyway though. Like I do really actually do that. I stand over and I eat fruit over the sink.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Porn. My wife is unhappy.
Yeah. Sometimes you do just succumb to the fact that your dinner is whatever the kids don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they send plates back on, like, I don't want this. All right, well, at least I'm eating. Yeah. That's good.
You have a dad bod. Well, I fucking earned it. So why don't you watch your mouth?
I had a girl tell me that once, too, and she's like, I like that. She's like, I like a dad bod. She had daddy issues.
There it is.
Yeah. I don't feel like any woman, I mean, I could be wrong. I can't be in the head of these women, but when they say that stuff, it's because they like you and they don't want you to cut bait.
Yeah.
Because they're no, I love a man with tits. Love it. I
do.
It's great. Oh boy! If there's ever been a softball thrown in an interview, oh hell yeah!
Sometimes women though, like once they choose you as a partner, I feel like they kind of blind themselves to flaws because they like you, like. My wife was the only person left going like, I don't think you have a receding hairline. And I go, Jess, I mean, it's like, it's ghastly. Like people used to call me Sideshow Bob and now they call me Garfunkel. Like there's no other reason. It was really bad.
Yeah.
And she was like,
clearly receding.
Just don't see it. I don't think so. I think you're being too hard on yourself. And then when I let it go and started showing her pictures and going, this is what you said wasn't bad. She was like, oh yeah, no, that was bad. That was bad. But you didn't see it till later.
But you, I think you're right. Like they don't want you to just to leave or whatever. But I also think that they have an ability to block. Like you know how men we can block out how fucking nuts someone is if she's attractive enough or like good enough in bed. Or I can block out all the fucking stuff she told me about her childhood and like I can block all that. They can block out like the fact that I am physically what I am. Like they just like the personality is good. I'll stick with this. And it's almost like they know that if they focus on it and realize it, they're never going to be able to fuck me. So I think that they are able to put that aside.
That's interesting. And this is about $1,000 worth of therapy for me. Because I tough time. Kelsey's beautiful. Right?
Yep.
And so I in the beginning, in my head all the time, fucking talking to my therapist like, I don't know, man. She says she's into it, but how could she be? Like that kind of shit.
Right.
And
There's got to be an ulterior motive here.
Yeah. It's like, I don't understand what's happening, so I can't enjoy it.
Yeah, but it's also
But that blockout thing is great.
They're able to block out
news,
like it doesn't become important to them because they're just much more mentally focused. You know what I mean? Like so. Plus, if an attractive person is with you, you know that they don't have to be. So like, well, she must want to be. Like that. That kind of relieves me sometimes too. Like, well, obviously she doesn't need it. I'm not the only game in town.
You hit something like in their brain that is like, yeah, I like being around this person. I like being with. That's what my wife is like. She said that when she first met me, she was telling all her girlfriends, I don't know, there's something about this guy that I want him to be in my life forever, but I absolutely don't want to date him. and so you just that's the end. And you're like, okay, but I think I can convince her to date me if the first part's true.
Yeah, your wife envisioned a guy with abs like at home, and then you in the car, just terminal A, B, C, dropping her off.
Yeah,
the guy friend.
Right. Rides to the airport. It'd be great.
Do you ever worry with that theory that like, well, they must want to be with me because they are, that kind of stuff? Do you ever worry about them just coming to one day?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well, you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah,
like, I'm listening to all these compliments, and I'm hearing you, I promise. But all of a sudden, someone snaps their fingers, you cluck like a chicken, and you're out.
Right. I believe that you believe that now, but if you see one thing that you don't like, that whole thing will go away.
Or one thing you do like.
Right.
Somewhere else.
Yes, or when you finally see this clearly. Like when you're seeing me...
Why did you look down at your torso?
I just meant all of me,
Oh.
but I would say the major problems are from the knees to the chin. Like, that's where all of my uncomfortability comes from.
You got great calves.
Thank you. I've
I've always said it.
Yeah, up to the forehead, really, because I do blink a lot.
Sure.
But you do have that moment where you're like, what if they just all of a sudden see it and go, oh no, and they realize what I am, like, or unattractive, or. But it's like it just doesn't really happen. It like sometimes I'll sabotage things by panicking about that I become a shitty boyfriend or a shitty partner.
Sure.
But women don't really, because they can get laid whenever they want.
Yeah.
Once they make a decision, if they like you and you're okay, I think that they know what they're in for.
Fuck, you're mentally stable.
No,
I don't
but
get it.
I'm crazy. I've
That's not
blown
true.
so many of them. This is the only person I haven't cheated on is my current wife. Honestly, I've been a fucking pig my whole life, a terrible partner.
No.
Yeah, I know. I try to keep that under my hat.
Yeah, I never heard this side of you before.
But it's, you know what I mean? Like, she's not going to leave unless I fuck it up. But maybe they will, but you can't live like that. I realize I made myself.
Oh, it turns out you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can. You just sweat a lot. When you're on vacation and you're like, God, it's sunny, and you go, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
And then it rains one day and you're like, this is the worst fucking place we've ever been.
Yeah,
That's
this
what I keep
sucks.
waiting.
Yeah,
And you're still there, kind of?
I've gotten a lot better.
Good.
But this is interesting here, Jim.
But I've just blown so many, and I've always dated, typically in my life, out of my league. Like physically, I've always done better than I deserve to do. It's always a personality thing. So like, no one's ever fucked me for my looks.
Sometimes financial.
I would say that's a great. Thank you for not saying almost exclusively. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things where, like, because I'm okay looking, but no one has ever looked at me and said I have to fuck that guy.
Right.
So that's if they are with me, there's obviously something more than just my body.
Although you talk about so many, you have so many wild sexual stories that there is probably a population of women that have want that quirk or that kink or whatever.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? That becomes appealing too.
Sure, like you meet people who you put it out there on stage and tell who you are, and then people are like, all right, yeah, that's what I like. Or
Exactly.
You also lose a lot of potentials.
Yes, 'cause
Gals.
unfortunately, everybody's got Google, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, it's not a fluid I'd prefer to put on another person. All right. I respect that. It's your body, you have agency.
That's right.
When do you get over that? Like as you're dating, how long did it take you to finally go, I'm all right here. I'm good.
I'll let you know.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's it took me, I guess probably till we started talking about house shopping.
Right. Oh, you guys bought a house together?
Yeah, I bought a house
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And that's also good. Like, that's real. Like, that's a concrete, legit thing that, like, someone's not going to do if they're not sure.
Yeah, you can't just run off. There's a complication here.
Right.
There's paperwork.
Right. And in the back of my head, I just know that if she leaves, I'm keeping the house.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think about, do you guys think about getting married, or you're not 100% sure in time?
Yeah, we think about it. We're just, we bought the house. I think buying a house is more of a commitment than getting married
I think
now
so, yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So I think that, we've already hit that point. Just make it official sometime, I would imagine.
Yeah, but sometimes they say marriage changes things. I did it because because she was from another country, and we're like, all right, let's just do it. But it really hasn't changed. It's like, it almost makes me argue better because I know I can't leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure,
I know
yeah.
I can't just go, fuck this, it's done. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I have to figure out how to fix this problem that we're having.
You just have to sit and fight in the middle of it. There's no exits.
There's no exits, or the exits.
There's no ditch to roll into.
Yeah.
No, I mean you can't go like I've said like being married sucks. Like I'll say that if I'm really mad.
You will say that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But it is. It's everything guys said. Everything guys said. Your wife nags you. You have that like when you're fighting and she's nagging me or she's on me about something. That's what it is.
Right. You tell her.
Sure.
This sucks, dude.
Being married sucks. Yeah. But
Is this your first marriage?
Yes.
Okay. So Kelsey and I have both been married before.
Yes.
So.
Right.
Little different. We're
you're veterans.
We're walking down the steps into the pool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're seasoned. Yeah. You're seasoned.
But I didn't jump into it either. Like fucking Customs and Border Patrol pushed me into the pool. It was something I might have done eventually, but I always liked not being married because I'm like, then there's always the giant door to walk out if you want to. But now it's like you got to find your keys and unlock it and walk out. There's a process to leave it.
Even that border thing, it's like that was the thing that is like, look, you need to decide how committed you are to this.
Yes.
You know?
In hindsight, it was a blessing because it's like my life is great now and I'm really happy. But as you're going through it, you're like, ugh, I got to get fucking...
Sure.
After the final rejection, I'm like, let's just get engaged. Let's just fucking...
Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I have to see this through.
Right.
I have to see this through. And I'm happy I did it.
That's great.
Sounds like it.
Well,
Marriage sucks.
Marriage sucks.
There are those moments,
Of
though,
course there are.
we're
There-
fighting.
In
I'm
every relationship there are those
yeah,
moments.
and I just say it. I'm like, everything they said about marriage is true.
Yeah.
Everything they said.
They said they were right.
And they were right. But I'm sure she... it's just weird. Like, that stupid men are from Mars, women are from Venus. But, like, I really do think of that when we're fighting sometimes. I'm not... Like, our brains are just not working the same, despite what conservatives would say. We really are not working on the same brain. It is a fucking insane thing to not be able to connect. Like, I just don't hear a word you're fucking saying.
Yeah. And Kelsey and I grew up so differently where loud cartoons when she was growing up scared her. Like there was a scene in a movie, I can't remember what it's, something toaster, Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so there's a scene where the air conditioner loses its mind on the other appliances, and she said that terrified her. But my parents always talked to one another at a 10 volume.
Oh, wow.
And when they were mad at you, they would shut you out, right? And so for her, if I raise my voice, it shuts her down, and if she's quiet, I fucking can't stand it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll just start tapping her on the shoulder like, what are you thinking about? What's going on? Why are you being so quiet? I can't fucking stand it.
Yeah, it's the silence.
Do you, when you were raising your kids, did you think about the fact that like, oh, this stuff that my parents did still is why I operate the way I operate. I need to be conscious of this as I'm raising these kids?
A little bit. You just know that there are some things you don't do.
Right.
Right. You're not constantly yelling. You're never putting your hands on them, stuff like that.
Right.
Is it weird for you now when you see some? Did you get hit as a kid?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. You didn't, right?
No.
Yeah, no. I get fucking soap in the mouth.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. I'm a little older than you, so maybe that might have went out the window in 75.
No, but I...
You're also a very poorly behaved boy.
Yeah, and I did say, shit, fuck, piss, this is your dick reporting through a window when I was 5. And then I heard my parents' keys jingle. So I didn't know they were home. I was showing off to my friends. 1973, and I got fucking soap scraped on my teeth.
What was reporting?
Yeah, this is your dick reporting. I'll never forget saying that into a screen into my living room and hearing the jingle of my father's keys because they came in through the back.
But by the way, still funny.
Hilarious.
You did it when you were 5 years old. Still hilarious.
That's literally 41 years ago, or what is that? 51 years ago. 51 years ago. 73. 19, I was about 5 or 6. 1973.
Okay, so yeah, 50 years ago.
And it's still a hoot.
They're just like, what are you doing? Killing.
That held up better than the Stooges did. I mean, that just killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's like that's when you realize, like, yeah, I got a fucking mouthful of soap. But you didn't catch that.
I got the threat of it.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
so it was still kind of a thing.
But I didn't really know the swear words until later. I didn't hear a human being live say the word fuck until the summer between 3rd and 4th grade.
Wow.
And it was the new neighbor kid. We moved into a new house, and his parents go, Brian, come home. And he goes, all right, fuck. And I was like, what? I have never heard a human say that. I've seen it on TV, but never this.
Oh, wow. So it's jarring.
Yeah, it was very jarring, especially to hear a kid say it. I was like, oh, my God.
So your parents would yell a lot, but they wouldn't curse.
Right. I mean, they would curse, but just not fuck.
Not fuck, okay.
I don't think I heard my parents say fuck till I was a teenager, maybe.
Yeah.
My 7-year-old said it for the first time like recently, and it was mind blowing. Like to see this thing that you created that's still kind of a baby. He's only 7, because he goes like, because in the past he's like, Dad, can I say a bad word? I go, yeah, just tell me. He goes, it's the S word. I go, okay. He goes, I think this is stupid. I go, oh man,
what a good
Dad,
boy.
He goes, Dad, can I say a bad word? I go, yeah, okay. It's the D word. Okay, I think this is dumb, right? So that's the way it's always been. And he goes, Dad, I learned a bad word. I was like, oh, okay. He goes, can I say it? I go, yeah. He goes, what the fuck? I was like, what? When did we get here?
But then afterwards he goes, it's the C word. You get more and more nervous as he hits different letters.
Yeah. And now it's like,
when he said
coming. Right. Now he goes like, can I say a bad word? Like I look at my wife, I go, okay, like let's
see what you got.
We sent him to public school. Let's see what happens. Yeah, and it was mind blowing.
So what do you tell him? Like, you know what, you've said that it's bad. You shouldn't. How do you tell him don't say that?
I'm smart enough to know he could surely recognize that there was an element of joy and wonder on my face. Like I just thought it was such a funny thing. Yeah, but also it's like. Okay, because I gave him permission too, so you don't punish, you don't. Right. So I said, you can never say that word around your sister. Don't say it around Mom. Don't say it at school. If you need to say it to me, you can say it to me. And so that's
hero.
Yeah.
I go, fast forward 15 years. Hey, fuckface, give me the car keys.
Right.
Yeah.
What did he call you? No, he can say it to me.
Yeah, it's to me.
He can say
it would have been great if he was like, can I say the S word? And you're like, yeah. He goes, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to shame it, right? Because if you shame it, it feels like it will either put some weird thing in him or make him want to use it more to. So I go, okay, if you need to say it to me quietly, but don't say it in school.
Shame is a horrible tool for parents, I think, because if you shame them for saying that, cut to his mid-20s, he's got somebody chained up in a basement, fucking feather dragging along their belly, going, I can say fuck to you, can't I?
Yeah, that's right.
That's wild.
That's right, and I don't want that for him.
No one does.
No.
Yeah, shame can be a turn on though.
Okay.
No, but it can. It's the dirty. That's why
I don't want that for him either.
But that's why the fucking preacher's daughter becomes a slut. Like there's something about the shame that can be quite an aphrodisiac.
Yes, we try to be a moral. I try to keep the household in a moral but not shameful place.
Have you ever said you're disappointed to your kids?
No.
That's checkmate, dude. That's a bottom lip.
Really?
Oh, disappointed is a big one.
Really?
Yeah, you go, you know what? I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. And all of a sudden I go...
They would have to do something really bad that they knew was bad when they did it. Because that's like, they'll never forget it.
Right.
And
I used to ask my kids, you guys, can I say the D word? I'm disappointed in you.
But I guess that's a good one if they do something really bad. Like if there's a reason to never want them to do it again. Like if they have a fight at school or if they fucking say something horrible to the mother, Yeah.
No, I haven't gotten there yet. Although when there is whenever, my son is like, oh, so-and-so shoved me at school or I got pushed at school. I go did you hit them back? And he's like, no, it was Stephanie. You can't hit girls. I go, no, okay, that's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call. Yeah, don't.
My son Isaac was on the bus. My daughter was there, and these two kids were bullying my daughter. And my son he jumped over the seat, got in between all of them, and then they grabbed her backpack and he punched him in the face. And then I got a call. And they're like, we need you to come in. So I go into the principal's office and your son punched this kid in the face. I said, what happened? They told me. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, what do you...
And I think it's a more important lesson to teach them, look, you got in trouble because you got caught doing that, but you were right.
You were defending your sister. There's a big difference.
Absolutely. Because they asked me, they go, just so we know for when he comes to school, how are you going to be disciplining him? And I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not. I mean, why would I discipline him for doing that?
Yeah, this wasn't because they had a disagreement. He was bullying the sister, jumped over and tried to steal something. Of course.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to tell him he did a good job.
Victim?
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm going to pass the bully's parents on the way out of the lobby.
Yeah. I'm going to probably punch them. I've got this thing of gasoline that I'm going to pour all over.
You just walk in with a gas can.
Just always have a lighter with me, kind of flicking it, making noise.
And Chad, you are one of the. By the way, you are one of the most listened to comics on SiriusXM. Jim McClure told me that a long time ago about you, our channel boss. But you get a tremendous amount of love on SiriusXM.
Yeah, real lucky. My album hit at the same time everybody was really starting to listen to comedy on these network platforms.
Yeah,
and it took off. So
it's awesome. Well, you're going to be on tour all throughout September and October and beyond. You can go to chaddaniels.com for all of that. But right now, go to Netflix. The new special is out right now. Empty Nester. Check it out and enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, funny,
in.
man. Really great comic. Good seeing you.
Anytime, man. Good to see you.
And that's it. Thursday, next Thursday, I'll be in San Diego. Friday, I'll be in Tempe. That's it.
We'll see you on Monday.
Goodbye.
Yeah, there's more Jim and Sam after this. Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk.
Grateful to have Miles Kennedy and Wolfgang Van Halen here with me today hanging out.
I always kind of joke them after